That's about as American as it gets, bro.
It's America.
Is this thing on?
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's fucking crazy.
They're invincible, indestructible, and he's living for like 10,000 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hunt for Greatness podcast.
Like Tim, like when I do a podcast with Tim, I'm like, bro, watch what you're about to say, because I'm turning the mics on, bro. Get it together.
He don't care.
What were y'all just talking about, since it wasn't terrorist threats and we can actually talk about it?
Just AI.
Yeah.
Just their,
Yo.
I don't know. I see it more as like all this stuff that the majority of people don't know anything about. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even care about it or like aren't concerned with it when really it could be a
Oh, it's
a
going to be a
huge
game
thing.
changer.
You know what I mean? Like that's what they were saying on this documentary, that it could either be the best thing or the worst thing that happens to us.
It's going. If we don't adjust, it will be the worst thing that'll ever happen to humanity. I think. Just out of like, people are gonna start riots and all kinds of shit because they're gonna lose their fucking jobs. So.
Right.
Oh, Hunt for Greatness podcast. We got Gregory Bender and Nicholas
You're gonna say it wrong. Wilkinson?
Wilkinson.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Nicholas Wilkinson. Your whole name's Nicholas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But only I don't think anybody actually calls me that. So.
Nicholas. I like it.
Yeah, but
I
it's going
don't.
on the internet, so it's got to be proper, so people can Google search you.
Gregory and Nicholas.
Yeah. Whatever.
when you're famous.
Yeah. But yeah, AI is fucking. What'd you see about AI that made you start thinking about it?
I don't know. I just watch a lot of documentaries, so I get all these like I wouldn't say they're conspiracy theories, but like just deeper knowledge about certain things, and then I don't know. This one in particular I was watching today was talking about when they get to the point of putting like morality into the computers,
Ooh.
basically like the cars.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have to choose. They did like a test. Or an example was like if it had to choose of hitting a kid in the road, like a self-driving car, hitting a kid in the road, or veering off and possibly killing the driver.
Where do they put the precedence of importance, on the driver's life or on
Right.
like a utilitarian best for all parties?
Yeah, and
It's
they were like, but what it
philosophical.
they were that you base it. He said you base it on the consumer's general morality, I guess. But then how do you really define that? Because everybody feels a little bit differently.
Especially in a split-second decision.
Right.
Your morality could go out of the window.
Right.
I got one for y'all that can totally mess you up. You may
What?
not be able to answer it. So it's like this philosophical argument, or not really an argument, a problem that's been around for like years, right? So there's a person, you're on a trolley and you're heading down a track and your brakes are gone, so you can't stop the train. If you continue straight, you'll run into 5 people and kill them. Or if you flip a switch, you'll veer onto a sub-track and you'll hit one worker and kill him. So if you do nothing, you're going to end up killing 5 people, but it's really not you killing them. The trolley's out of control. You can't stop it. If you make the decision to flip the switch, you have involved someone that would otherwise be uninvolved. You are choosing basically to kill the one person over the 5, and you're making the decision on his behalf. Like, none of them want to die.
You're making the decision at his expense.
His expense,
Right.
but on his behalf. You're basically volunteering him to sacrifice one life over 5. And like a utilitarian philosophical argument would say that you would do that to spare the 5 and kill the 1. Utilitarian's not really concerned with like
What does that even mean?
it's a benefit of all. Like,
Utilitarian's a benefit of all.
it's philosophical viewpoint for like, or it's actually an ethical viewpoint for like the benefit of all. So like, if you make a decision that hurts the few to protect the many, it's worth it. War is a very utilitarian. It's explained as like you are fighting and killing people to preserve the lives of many others. So that's like one way of looking at it. And there's all kinds of other like philosophical stances
Right.
on things like that. But the trolley example is one that's really hard to answer, at least for me.
I'm gonna have to get the one guy, dude.
And see, like,
That's my first initial. I mean,
yeah.
that's my initial thought is like, why kill 5 people when I can kill one person?
But if you don't do anything, I mean, there's so many sides to it. Because like, if you don't take any action at all, people will argue that is taking action.
It is taking action. Failure to make a decision is a decision itself.
Right. But by making the decision, you're involving someone that would otherwise be just non-concerned with the
see,
situation.
that doesn't affect. That doesn't. I don't know.
But what if you were the one guy?
I would fucking if I knew that I was saving 5 people's lives by giving my own life, to me that would make it okay.
Well, then you're just about like 90% of the population, which is utilitarian.
Right.
It's the most. It's what we're kind of trained to do.
But the 10% of the population is basically don't fuck with destiny type shit.
Oh yeah, there's like ethical egoism, which is like do what's best for me unless it hurts someone else. Like
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't hurt what's someone else, do what's like right on my end. Man, there's a couple different points to it that I can't recall at the moment, but like yeah, there's a lot of ways of looking at stuff like that, and it
What
gets.
about you, Nick? What are you doing?
I'm gonna kill the one person. I mean.
Yeah. Me too. What about you? You wrestle with it?
I do.
What makes you wrestle with it? Like, what in your mind makes you? Because to me, like, I'm not even thinking about it. But that
You don't have a
I'm not
choice.
saying that that's a better choice. I'm just saying that that's personally, I would rather the one guy die that wasn't supposed. Well, I guess whatever happens is supposed to happen though. If I flip the switch, I'm supposed to flip the switch. If I don't, I'm not supposed. You know?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that's like a predestination thing.
Yeah.
And see, like, that's why it's hard for me is because, like, I studied it for a little while. So, like, I see all sides of it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that if I take no action at all, I've essentially taken the action of continuing straight and killing the 5.
But you know this while this situation is happening.
Right.
Like, no, so I'm saying if you're on the train, like, you know if you don't flip the switch, you kill 5 people.
Right.
Like, you know that.
Right. So that's
Okay,
exactly
okay,
it. So
okay.
at that point, you don't have the choice to not involve. It is involvement,
Yeah.
no matter which choice you decide. So, I don't know. It's just tough, man.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
But
Because
that's
like,
one of those. It's easy to just say I would choose this or that
Yeah.
until you're actually experiencing the situation.
It's like
you know what I
using
mean?
your gun in a situation where to defend yourself or somebody else, it's kind of like you want to say that you would do it, but would you freeze the fuck up? Like,
Right. When the
I don't
thought
know.
of killing somebody.
yeah. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I hope I would, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't even, so I want to be like, I hope I would act the right way, but it's kind of like I hope I would think before I shot somebody, even out of self-defense, if that makes any sense. But it's like, in a situation where you might have to use your firearm in self-defense, you might not have a second to think about. It might just be a reaction, like a, you know how fight or flight shit. Like,
yeah. I've basically thought about that because, you know, I was going for my concealed carry. I got denied ultimately, but
yeah,
I thought about it and like it's force with force. You wouldn't pull a gun on someone with a knife. You would try and get away. The only time you would pull a gun on someone with a knife is if you were backed in a corner and you had no choice or whatever. It's basically just to avoid the loss of life.
because
So,
the law is if you pull a gun on somebody, that's assault. If you point your gun at somebody, that is considered assault.
What level of assault is that? Like misdemeanor?
I don't know.
it's assault by pointing of a firearm. There's like a specific
It's
charge
probably a
for it.
felony if you're doing it unjustified. So there's that, and you can't fire a warning shot because that's attempted, not murder, but it's attempted. It's like
Great bodily harm or
they
something.
look at it like you were trying to shoot them. That's how the police. You can't fire a warning shot off and then hope somebody drops their weapon or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
just not how it works. That's what I learned in the concealed carry class.
Yeah.
There's so many crazy ass rules and like loopholes and shit to that in North Carolina, like the castle law.
Yeah.
Like
And it's like stand your ground and stuff. If someone breaks into your residence and they are basically in the process of coming into your residence and you don't know if they have a gun or not, whatever, we're a stand your ground state, so you can legally shoot them. But let's say they're already in it. You walk in the door and you are between the door and them and they are trying to flee. You can't shoot them
No
as they're
shit,
trying
I
to
didn't know
escape,
that.
and you can't shoot them in the back as they run out.
I knew that, but I didn't know you could shoot them. Or you could, but I'm saying, like, come in your house. Here's a scenario. You come in your house. It's fucking dark. You can't barely see. People are in masks,
Yeah.
and they're trying to run at you to get out of the door. I mean, it's gonna be hard not to shoot, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I mean,
Yeah,
if
well,
you're
I mean,
like,
there's-
if you're like your guard's up, and you're like, oh, I see my fucking doors broken open. I got my gun on me. Like, when I carry my firearm, dude, my whole mentality's different. And that's why I almost don't even like carrying it.
Yeah.
Just because it raises my awareness so... I'm, like, hyper aware. You know, like, when you're driving down the interstate going 80 fucking miles an hour, you're, like, hyper aware.
Mm.
That's how I feel with my gun, dude. Like, especially if I'm open carrying and people know that I had it, which I literally barely ever carry it, you know? And some people that are advocates of Second Amendment, you know, they would be like, why the fuck don't you carry it? Like, you're responsible. Like, you're held to a higher standard, like, to protect people if you have your concealed carry is what a lot of people look at it like. And I understand that, but it just makes me think, worst case scenario, every time I walk in somewhere, I'm like, damn, what if somebody comes in here trying to rob the store and I'm the only person with a firearm? It's like, I'm going to have to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
And I almost don't even like having that responsibility, as pussy as that sounds. It's like, plus I don't like carrying it on my back. 'Cause
Right.
It's really not that comfortable. And
Yeah.
and I got a Glock 9 and it's like it's not a full size, but it's a compact. And it's still big though. It's a 19, so it's still big. I mean, it's not a 17, which is a full size.
Right.
But
It's considered like a compact, not a subcompact.
if I bend over with a shirt on, you can see like a lump in my back, which
Yeah.
I don't like that either. And I'm not going to appendix carry because I don't want to shoot my dick off.
Yeah.
You know?
Plaxico burris.
That's the closest thing I can fucking compare what you're talking about to, like, as far as like having a responsibility and having to make a choice in a split second.
And see, in that instance, like, if I were to get it concealed and carry it, I've open carried plenty of times. Like when I'm traveling and stuff, I'll open carry in my vehicle when I'm at the gas station or whatever
Right.
in a town I've never been to. But like my whole reason for wanting to pursue that and carry it was simply because of the fact that I don't ever want to have to use it. But if I ever have to use it, I want it, and I want it there. Because like we live in a world that is very, it's I wouldn't say unstable, but things happen and it gets crazy out there, and the people that are in those situations don't ever think that's going to be them, but it is.
Right.
And they may not be armed. They may not be able to protect themselves or the loved ones. God forbid I'm married and I have a kid. If that's the case, I'm going to have my gun on me anywhere I can. If it's a bank, a school, or a, government property, I won't have it, but otherwise it's going to be on me.
Right. I think I just need a smaller, something more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's like being I remember it's there all the time. Like even when I'm, there we go. Oh, this motherfucker, dude. Yo.
Dude, well, that's something, just because I don't mess with guns, my thinking on it is, like, completely different. I haven't messed with guns in, like, a long time. So, like, I don't,
You're good.
I don't think of it as, like, I need to have a gun so I can protect everybody. Like, I'm looking out for myself. Like, if shit goes down and I'm at a store somewhere, somebody comes in with a gun, I'm looking out for me first, and then maybe help somebody, but I don't know. My thing is a little different for that.
Yeah.
But if someone pulls a gun at that moment, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the officer that did my concealed carry class was like, "Look, the only time where it's pretty much kosher is when someone else has a gun. It's equal force, and if someone's got a gun, even if they're threatening to use it on someone that's not yourself, that's great bodily harm that they're threatening, and at that point, it can be met with force." And that's when you have to decide, like, let's say you're in the back of the store and that's going down. Like, are you at risk? Maybe not. Maybe the guy's just trying to get $100 out of the cash register. But is the person at the cash register at risk? And, like, if they have a potential to be killed and you have a potential to potentially stop that, that's another ethical dilemma. Like, do you get involved? It's just similar to the trolley situation.
Yeah.
Do you choose to involve yourself? Because at that point, you could be doing a service to society at that point.
That's why I related the two, because I felt like that's that hyper awareness shit. You know what I mean? Like like the car you were talking about. Like, does it hit the kid or does it swerve off and kill the driver? So they're trying to line up artificial intelligence to line up with the morality of the operator of the vehicle. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what they were talking about.
Crazy.
I think
bro.
I need to do more
Safe-
research
Nah,
on
dude,
something like that.
I
before
believe
talk
you're
about
right,
it,
dude.
but-
That's crazy.
I in the situation that I heard that was very similar. It was like self-driving cars. Do they put precedence over the life of the passenger or the lives of the most involved? So, like, let's say there's 4 people in a minivan in the left lane. There's one person standing in your lane, and you can either you're on a road, that's got like concrete barriers, so you can't get off the road. Do you continue straight and hit the one person, or do you swerve off and potentially kill yourself and 4 others? They're trying to figure out it's an ethical thing because the computer has to be programmed to take action. Like, it's either gonna, obviously, hopefully it's gonna slam on the brakes, but if it can't, and it's just a weird thing. Do you or like, let's say there were 4 people in the road, and there's no way to get off the road, or you can run off the road and it would potentially kill you because you're on a cliff or whatever. Does it take the life of the driver as precedence and plow through the 4 but saving the driver, or does it, if the computer was utilitarian, you'd be going off the cliff?
Yeah.
Your mic's out again.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Y'all.
There we go. Wait.
But yeah, philosophical arguments are really interesting to me. I kind of like them because there's no right or wrong, and there's many facets to them, and a lot of it is opinion. It can be argued, like with soundness of argument, but it ultimately comes down to like how you feel, what you feel is right or wrong. Who gets to determine what is right or wrong?
So like, all right. So we were talking about that book the other day, right? So I finished it. And it's in like the other articles I've been having to read, basically about technology and like to what levels are we going to take this? Because like it's kind of like the train's already started and there's no way to stop it. We just kind of got to see where it goes. But like, I don't know, with the progress of technology, I more so when I think about like the AI stuff is like a fear of it taking over. Because it's smarter than us, and you get what I'm saying, Greg? Like, yeah,
is it at that point going to become so conscious that it preserves itself, just like we would preserve ourselves?
Right, and then also its effects on us, our reliance on it, and it dumbing us down, like in that book we were talking about.
Feed. Do you know the author's name? Do you remember?
I can't remember. I said 2003. I think it was wrote in 2010.
No, it couldn't have been written then, I don't think. Because
no.
I remember reading it when I was in, I believe, high school, so I didn't graduate till 2010.
But it was like, dude, so I got to the end of it, and like the girl ultimately dies from it. But it just, its concepts on it, or what it talks about as far as technology influencing us to a certain degree where we're just basically brainwashed. Which is how a lot of people are now with the cell phones and feeling like I got to post this, and if I don't get 30 likes, nobody likes me. It's like, nah, somebody was just scrolling past and hit the like button. Like,
that shit's so crazy to me, dude. Like, how we put all our self-worth
into some people you don't even know, or like somebody you went to high school with. You know what I mean?
That's why I deleted Facebook, man. We got an Instagram.
I've thought about doing it, but then there's also, I have a fear, much as I hate it, I still play a part in it. So it's not like I'm on the outside of it, but like, every time I think about deleting it, it's like, well, what am I going to do when I'm sitting here at this store waiting, or like I go somewhere to order? Like, what am I going to do when I'm bored?
What'd you do before the phone?
I don't remember.
I looked at people. Like, I would like
just
watch
people watching.
Yeah, dude.
Be present in the moment.
Or like I thought about way cooler shit.
But I was like 14.
Well, yeah,
13. I was a kid.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. Okay.
I've had a smartphone probably since I was like 14.
Yeah.
I think I had one of them fucking Nokia like that lit up.
The brick.
Was
and it
that
had Snake on it.
Yeah, dude, I had Snake on that motherfucker, and I would play it. I was in probably 8th grade.
That was when phones were phones.
So I was probably 14 as well, but I'm 29.
I remember having a phone when you had to pay per text. It was like 5 cents per text or something. Like,
there wasn't no
because it
internet
wasn't even
on that shit neither.
Yeah, I mean, and that was like
That was T9, bro.
yeah.
You had a character
even-
limits and shit.
Yeah.
Even the cell phone that you could hold in your pocket changed the way that we interacted because you could communicate more freely, like at any point in time. Like, think about before that, you were bound to a home line, a work line, or
You were writing notes to people.
Oh, I
Remember
used to
love
drag that
notes,
phone
bro?
in my room, long ass cord, and I'm laying up in my room, like kicked up, just talking. You know what I mean? Like thinking I was the shit, like middle school.
Remember when
know?
you had to ask, like, some girl's parent to speak to
Yeah.
him?
Hey, is so and so
Yeah.
there?
Oh
Like,
my
I talk to
gosh,
her?
yeah.
See, like, I would always be like, hey, this is Alex. Like, just tell him who I was first, because my mom was like, you need to tell people who you are when you call these girls. You're like, she said, you need to tell the parents who you are when you call.
Yeah.
She was like, because if you just ask for them, she's like, that's fucking rude.
Yeah.
Basically, is what my mom would tell me. Because
I
my
love
mom
that.
hated it when people call. Like, the first thing they said when she picked up the phone was like, is Alex there?
Yeah.
My mom hated that shit. And like call waiting. My
Mhm.
mom hated call waiting because it was like, she said it was rude. But
Yeah.
like back in the day, dude, like etiquette was like super tight. Like people, like yes ma'am, no ma'am type of stuff. Like people.
I mean, I still do that.
I do
but,
too.
like,
I do too. But it's like certain things we've gotten super lax on, like clicking over on people or
Mhm.
or like picking my phone up while I'm trying to talk or while somebody's talking to me or something. Like
Yeah.
Brooks is the worst. The worst. Dude, he doesn't hear shit when you.
Yeah.
And he's got a smartwatch now too. So
Oh,
he'll be
great,
like
great.
that, so, yeah.
Good job, Larry. Good job, Scott Storch. You got a fucking smartwatch, you Scott Storch looking motherfucker.
He will say, straight up text you when he's like 40 feet on the other side of the building. He'll text you like, "Hey, come here, you gotta do this." Or
Oh
something.
my God,
Instead
Larry,
of
get it
coming-
together, bruh.
Brooks, I love you, man, but you do that.
See, my other boss now, he does the same shit. And
Yeah.
like if I'm talking to him or trying to say something while he's looking at his phone, he doesn't hear me at all. I have to repeat myself like 3 times. I'm like, man, you got a problem, bro.
But see,
Like
that's
when he
what's-
finally looks up, I'm like, man, you got a problem, bro.
Just to check out of the moment and
that's
be on
what
your phone.
feed that book is like. The concept is there, is that technology is bringing people together in like a superficial sense, but when it comes to like actually existing in the real world and like what we would be like without our phones, like would you still behave the same way? Would you
Yeah.
still interact with people with kindness, and would you speak properly? Would you be formal with people you're strangers to? Do you respect each other enough to like actually pay attention to others around you?
That is a huge reason why I started this podcast too, because I felt like I was getting so deep in the texting and like not speaking, and people picking their phones up while I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude? Like, get the fuck, like Jordan when if he comes, he'll be like, yo, I'll be talking to him and he'll pick his phone up and won't hear shit.
Jordan will
saying.
zone out. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, Earth.
You know what's
to
really
Jordan.
bad is when you're trying to show someone something with a hand gesture and they're looking at their phone. I was talking to my roommate last night. I was trying to describe this one time I fell asleep on my arm when I was like 10, right? I fell asleep on my arm, could not feel it. Well, I woke up and stretched, and like the muscle, my brain sent the signals to my muscles so they moved, but I couldn't feel my arm, and it swung down like this, and I cocked myself, and it surprised me because I couldn't feel me punching myself. But I was like trying to show him the motion for like 3 times. I was like, and I did this, and my hand went like this, and I did and he was just
Who's your roommate?
Ben Wood.
Ben Wood, get the fuck off your cell phone while we're calling people out for being on their cell phones,
Right.
man.
He's
But
a good dude.
That's
man.
it. Yeah, he work at Coastal or
No,
not
he
Coastal,
used to.
but he works at
Miracle Movers.
yeah, Miracle Movers. I know Ben.
He's good, man.
Yeah.
He is the kind of guy that's like
He's a good guy. Yeah,
he means what he says and he does what he says he's going to do. It's like that's another thing that I feel like technology might be taken away from
Yeah.
people. We're so used to bailing on each other, and like you can just cancel plans that you've made. Back in the day when there were no cell phones, you'd be like, "Yo, are we meeting up at the library at 9?" And everyone would be like, "Yeah," and then like people would show up because
And
that's
some
the
people
only
wouldn't
way.
show
we used
up.
to make plans to meet up at the movie theater,
yeah.
and like a shitload of people would meet down there like Friday night or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what
Because
I'm
like
saying?
people
Cigarettes
would-
behind the theater.
We did other things that we'd smoke too. But yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
people
man.
used to stick by stuff like that,
Yeah.
man, and now it feels like
I just don't make plans. I like to like wait till the day of to make my
Yeah.
plans because like I normally want to back out. If it's a week ahead of time, I'm like, oh, why did I do this?
Yeah.
I think that's enabling.
It builds
I
character.
I think that's enabling.
If you make plans and you stick to them, it builds character. Like that's a character building thing, dude.
It's
Like,
a
to
desirable quality.
Yeah, it is a desirable.
Dependability.
Yeah, I take pride in that shit.
Well, is there like a level? So I see it as like I always make plans and like forget about other things. So I like to like I don't know. We'll see. Instead of just speaking, saying, "Yeah, I'll do that."
We can't commit to everything.
without thinking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's cool, but what gets me is when people will like make a plan to do something and you're like, okay, I'm really excited about this.
Yeah.
This happens to me a lot. I really crave like platonic friendships. It's something I never had when I was using. So
Right.
like I crave close, intimate friendships. Not to get weird, but like I crave intimacy with other people
Yeah.
because it's like
Not
that's
to
what I
get
cling
weird.
to. Fuck technology. I cling to that. That's what makes me happy. My relationships. But like it kills me sometimes. I'll make plans to go shooting with someone. Two people actually, not calling anyone out, but like they both canceled. One of them canceled the night before, and one of them canceled that morning. And like I didn't go shooting because I
Might
was
have
by
been
myself.
scared. Might have been scared.
No, they weren't scared.
Okay.
They're people. They're people that we know, and like they're dudes. Like
Yeah.
they were excited. They got me excited, and then like they canceled on me, and like so I didn't go, and that was
Yeah.
that hurt, man. You
Yeah.
know, not to be like sensitive or nothing, but like
Yeah.
it doesn't make me feel like they're not my true friends or anything, but it does make me feel like let down.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
like I will do what I say I'm gonna do, so
Right.
I would hope that others would.
That's what
too.
you should text the person. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, I've
And
sent
leave it
that
at
text
that.
plenty of times. I have sent that text before.
Hell yeah, I like it, dude. Yeah, that like all that shit y'all are talking about is a big reason I started the podcast because it's giving me an opportunity to get to know people
Yeah.
that I otherwise like. Because we see each other out and then, like we have small talk conversations and
Yeah.
shit, but it's like, I mean, we kind of like you two will get into like a deeper conversation. Like when y'all were speaking about that book that you were just talking about, when I
Yeah.
saw you guys out the other day. Like that's when I knew I was like I gotta do a podcast with these two crazy motherfuckers because they're getting into a deep conversation whenever other people are talking about the weather and shit.
Well,
You see
Nick
what
and
I'm
I are
saying?
fortunate enough to have worked side by side for a while, and even
We'll
though we
go off on
butted
some
heads,
weird
like
shit.
we
I
know
like
each other
it,
pretty
dude.
well. I mean,
Yeah.
we
But-
know each other's good side and bad side, but like that's okay. We still know each other,
Yeah.
and like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a good
I mean,
side
I
and bad
guess
side.
Nick's a decent guy. I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. My mind works
Looks like a
weird.
cop,
though. Do you
though.
ever like think and you're like, I'm pretty like different?
Yeah, that's
the way you
good,
think.
bro.
It
Like
is
the
good.
way shit pops in my head, the thoughts I have, and I try not to blurt them out as much because it used to get me in trouble. But like, I don't know, just I guess it's just maybe it's like I don't focus well, so like I
Yeah.
constantly have this just weird stream of thoughts going on.
It actually is like a gift, though.
It
I
is.
get
To have
it.
your mind work. No, it definitely is to have your mind work differently. If you ever listen to, I mean, any podcast, most of them, or like any intellectual, or like Jordan Peterson or somebody like that, their mind works differently. So
Yeah.
it's like, or any comedian, or like
Yeah.
anything that takes any type of critical thought, dude. Like it's important to think differently than other people. Because if we all like, here's the thing, dude. I feel like if we all agree on something all the time, somebody's not fucking thinking. You know what I mean?
Yo,
What up,
I didn't tell him.
Appearance, baby.
Hey.
I knew he was coming. Oh
He's
dang!
like, don't tell Nick.
You sold your own poison, man. You told me not to tell. Yeah, man. Thanks.
Here, I'm gonna grab you a chair and you can just see that I'm having trouble with this mic, so make sure you don't touch it.
It's out right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh no, it's in. Sorry, it's just you gotta
We're
get
gonna have
close.
to like touch tongues, bro.
Tandem.
Tandem tongue touching.
Where's your headset?
Right there.
Oh,
Put
did
it
you
on.
have it on?
Put it on. I don't
I ain't
need
gonna
it.
take your fucking
Nah,
spot.
go ahead, dude. I don't need it, but you got to tell me if this mic stops working, or Greg
Yeah.
knows when it stops working.
I got a good ear for it.
This is
I
a
reckon.
plot twist.
I knew he was coming. I'm glad he showed up too.
Yo, did you get a new car?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought a fucking a Chevy Impala.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking tight.
Thanks for bringing
Dude, you know what Easy E did when he wrecked his Impala? He threw it in the gutter and went and bought another. That's what he says in his rhymes.
Dude, I don't think he really wrecked his shit.
No, he didn't. I'm just saying. If he wrecked it, he could have bought one. Or how about the Riff Raff line where he says, "Matter of fact, I just crashed my Aston Martin, so I ain't have to park it."
Dude, Riff Raff is so fucking gangster, dude.
He's out there.
I've never listened to him, dude. I can't do it.
You want to talk about somebody's mind who works different?
True.
Riff Raff.
But
True.
I'll give him this. He's got it figured out. Like, when you see somebody like that, he got it
Jordan
figured out.
Jennings on the podcast now, boys. He told us not to tell Nick it was a surprise.
Dude,
Surprise
bro,
guest appearance.
I ain't seen Nick in a fucking minute. I fucking love this guy. Greg, I love you. This is the
That
fucking
makes one of
night.
us.
This is the fucking night. All right, continue.
This is the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to hype you up a little bit. Look at them boys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. This
So,
is so dope, bro.
Talking about being different, though, I was at work yesterday, and I work with this guy. And, like, I am a big, like, what if kind of person. I was like, man, what if blah, blah, blah. And he was
What'd you say?
oh, it was, I couldn't even call it. It was like, what if so-and-so walked in and like, their belly was hanging out or some shit. And we were just talking this weird stuff. And he was like, man, why are you always talking hypotheticals? And I was like, what do you mean?
Oh, it's
and
so
he was
fun to
like,
think about.
I'm tired of talking about hypotheticals with you. And I was like, dude, I'm just being imaginative. I like to, like, think of things and be creative and, like, just envision stuff. It's almost like I'm watching it in my head as a little movie. But, like, for someone to be like, why are you always, like, imagining stuff? Like, that's,
Yeah, stop being creative, dude. Chill
yeah,
out.
like, fuck that.
Yeah, be a robot.
Y'all's mic
Yeah.
is definitely out. You look like some goons right now. You're both poking
You
it
gotta
out.
tell me when it works, dude. 'Cause
Dude,
I think it's,
That was
Yeah,
oh,
it's
it's
on.
back in.
Alright,
It's
yeah,
back
yeah.
in.
Yeah, we
well,
just
no, that
won't
was the
touch
first thing I said,
we just won't fucking touch it.
so I didn't know it was out. But yeah, stop being creative.
yeah.
Don't think.
Live
for
like a
yourself.
robot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Those are the funniest fucking things to imagine.
Yeah.
That cocksucker coming down on a jetpack with
Oh my
his fucking
God.
belly hanging out.
Yeah, his pants fall down his ankles, his butt buckle
Slapping
flies
him.
off and pings and sticks straight into the wall. His belt buckle's under so much pneumatic pressure that when it blasts off, it sticks into the wall like a ninja star.
Oh, shit.
Tell them about the Mexicans with building the fucking lean-to by Buffmasters.
Oh, dude. Bro, there was this one day, dude. I was fucking standing out in the back. And across the street, like right at the coffee shop, we're out again a little bit. Can you hear me?
No, you're out.
Yeah, we're out.
Tweak it. We need a tweaking on the mic. I don't think it's anything you're doing wrong.
Yeah, I don't think, no.
Nope,
I'm telling you, the
nope.
goddamn technology's out to get us.
I'm trying to touch your nose with it, bro.
Oh, you're in.
Am I in?
All right, go ahead.
Dude, across the street at the coffee shop, bro, there was the one day we were dead, and I was just like looking over there, and there was like fucking a handful of Mexicans like working on some shit. And they were standing like on the fucking part of the roof where like there was no under. Like where you sit, the patio area, they were like that. And out of nowhere, I just imagine like, what if fucking one of these cocksuckers like fell through the fucking roof and he fucking like boom, and he got stuck and his legs were flapping and his pants fell down and like one, and then he went through and then
his legs were just high enough to where they weren't touching the table, but there was a family eating tacos and he's kicking them all the shit.
and like his other buddies tried to fucking save him and they fell through and there was just a line of them like those monkey fucking things. And
Barrel of monkeys. Barrel of monkeys.
dude, and I laughed so fucking hard, bro.
Was you just thinking this in your head?
Yeah, I was watching.
Oh, you're out.
Again.
Oh, man.
If there are any generous
That's the
donating
best. That's
listeners-
about the best laughs I have when I think of something stupid in my
I'm
head.
gonna let you fuck with it because you got headphones on.
Check.
This is the part you have to fuck with right here.
You know what you can try? actually turning the mic so that the thing bends like the other way. So instead of it going like this, if you have it going like that, if you just twist the mic.
Like this?
Yo,
Yeah.
Flipping
Oh.
that.
we gotta get this fucking right.
We gotta get this motherfucker.
Yeah, so it hangs. I've had many auxiliary cords in my car like short out.
Help! Can someone help?
This would
Yeah,
never happen to
so-
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, right. The early ones do. They go out all the time.
He's probably got like multi-$1,000 mics though. So.
I
Yeah,
can't.
he's got
Oh,
shirt.
there we
yeah.
go.
Hold it. Stay right there. Don't move.
Don't move your fucking head.
I can't hear my snare. There it is. Yeah, it's on.
No, you're gonna
Turn that
have to
shit
move
up,
your
Dr.
hand
Dre.
at some point.
You gonna what?
You're gonna have to move your hand at some point.
I don't think so.
I mean,
Can you
It was
push
like
the
you're about
mic
to
in
spit
more?
the
so it
hottest
won't-
freestyle of 2020.
But dude, what? What was I saying?
somebody.
The
You were,
Mexican
you were thinking
legs.
in your head about a funny
yeah,
joke.
yeah. Bro, so
we got a story to tell you.
yeah, so how about dude? Dude,
Happened today, bro.
so here's the scene, dude. We're at fucking Gold's Gym, or O2 actually.
Yeah.
Is that where you work out now?
You went to the gym twice today?
It's goals,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I didn't want. Yeah,
That's Jordan. Jordan will go twice a day for a month.
yeah. I was like, fuck it, dude. Let's get it.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're in there, and we're in the middle of doing whatever, like some fucking deadlifts, and out of nowhere, we start hearing like this fucking noise.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And-
Anyone? Someone? Hello? Anyone?
And at first, dude, I think it's just somebody grunting. We're looking around.
What grunt sounds like? No.
Hello?
I don't know.
Hello?
But he was making fucking noises, and like I was looking around, I was like, "What the fuck is that? Are you hearing this?" And then Alex finally catches on and runs over. This dude's on the fucking bench.
He got pinned?
He got pinned.
Oh
He
my
had too much weight on the bar.
How much weight was it?
Dude, it was like 135.
Oh,
He had
poor
like
guy.
2 plates, dude. And it was pinned to his shirt. And he was like, excuse me. He was like, can anybody hear me?
Hello?
He was like, help.
Can anyone hear me?
Help. If you guys aren't too busy, I need a little help.
Oh my god.
said that, bro.
Can anyone hear me?
That was the last thing he said before I yanked that fucking ball off his chest.
Oh my
So
God.
here's the thing that pissed me off, right?
Dude, it's
so
out.
I go to yank.
It's out.
Let me get the headphones, dude. Here, I'm gonna fix this thing up.
Get some duct tape on.
good, motherfucker.
You are
There you go.
good. Just let it
Let's
let it ride.
like that.
Oh man.
There you go. So we fucking. So I go lift the bar off of his chest, bro, and he's like, no. Anyone? Hello? Anyone? Please help me. And then he said, can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? He sounded like fucking Game of Thrones, bro. He sounded like Tyrion Lannister, bro. He said, can anyone hear me? So he's
Wait, was he British?
running out of air, bro. No, he's American.
Why are you saying it
The
like that?
weight made him take on a British accent, bro. He said, can anyone hear me? And I was like, I can hear you. And I yanked the fucking bar off his chest. And here's what pissed me off. So you know how when you're on the bench, dude, there's like 3 notches.
Yeah.
You know how there's like a low notch? A
Yeah.
So I lift it off of him and I go to put it in the second notch. And he's like, no. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, I'm trying to get the fucking
It
weight.
saved
He
you.
wanted to go up into the 3rd notch.
He wanted to
Dude,
get
how
that
mad
rep.
was I, bro? How mad was I about that shit?
I seen him fucking...
You're
Oh,
out.
no, you're good. You
Are
just
you?
got to get up close.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I fucking seen him get it to the first notch. He was saved, and he got mad. He was like, I want to get it to the top. And I was like, bro, you've blown that. You've blown that opportunity. And just to point something else, too. Like, this is the whole point of not putting the fucking pin, like the clips on the end.
Yeah,
so
you
when
can
this
drop
happens,
it.
You can fucking, this motherfucker didn't even have those on, and he was still laying there pinned like he was helpless. Like he couldn't fucking...
Yeah, if you're by
duck.
yourself,
No,
you
no,
never
no.
put the clips on so you can drop it if you get stuck.
Did
Or
he-
you
did
can
he have
also
the clips on?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't have the fucking clips on. This soft serve ice cream eating.
All right
fag.
then, mate.
Well,
If it's
dude,
not
he
too
could've
much of a
rolled it up
trouble
to
for
his-
you, I seem to have gotten myself into a predicament. Would you be a doll and get these weights off me chest?
Would you be a dog?
He was holding. He was
Can
holding
anyone
the bench
hear
press
me?
to his chest. Sorry, madam. I don't have time for the
Hello?
old in and out. I'm just here to check
Is
the
there
meters.
anybody in there? Just get these weights off my fucking
Dude, he took
chest.
on an accent because he couldn't breathe, bro.
Is there anyone can hear me? These weights are getting a little heavier.
Dude, I was so fucking mad he made me lift that thing up to the third thing. Was I not? Dude?
How grateful was he though? Did he?
Thank you. I was walking away because I was so pissed, bro. I didn't.
You should have turned around and said,
He got his American
No.
accent back when he was.
Yeah, dude, he instantly started
Thanks,
talking
bro.
like a fucking dude from the South. He was like, thanks, dude.
Dude, and then he fucking had his fists like this, and he was shooting him at the ground like he was this. He was like, I just want to get it up. I just wanted to get it up once. That's
Yeah, well, I
I'm
want a
trying to get
Ferrari,
better."
bud.
No, dude, if he wouldn't
But-
have made me put it on the third rack, I would have been like, next time I'll spot you, dog. But I was so fucking mad that he made me put it on the third rack. I don't know why.
He made you do a bench curl or a
Basically,
dumbbell
I
curl.
lifted it off of him like that because
Oh.
it was only 135, so I was like, I can fucking lift
Yeah.
this shit off of him.
You
easy.
should have lifted him up too.
Dude, he was like,
Throw
he
him
was
around
like
a bit.
50 years old, bro.
Dude, and everybody in the gym was fucking laughing at his dumb ass. You could have fucking just dropped the weight.
He should be on a Smith machine. If you're over 50, you should be on a
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
Smith machine.
Yeah, exactly.
For that reason, so you
Dude,
don't kill yourself.
How jacked were those two 50-year-old dudes up?
Oh, bro, with stomachs out to their fucking feet.
They were fucking jacked.
But you could tell that it was one of them fat stomachs where you fucking run into it and it's like a goddamn, like a glass bowl.
It's like hard as that piece
A
of
glass
wood right
bowl.
there.
That's the
Yeah, like a,
doesn't
yeah.
sound that strong.
Like a hard
Well, I mean,
glass
like if
bowl.
you touch
Pyrex.
it, like you don't fucking, it ain't moving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. Shit kicking rednecks, bro.
So underneath the 4 inches of
Cornbread
fat
and
layer,
fucking hillbillies,
the
bro.
12 pack.
And Tran, is it out?
There you go. You're in.
Hey, so Jordan's here now. We haven't talked about the Robert Kraft thing.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing I have no opinion on. I have
Oh, my
no
God, you
idea
saw
what's
that,
going
right?
on.
What's the Robert Kraft?
Dude, he got charges for going to a salon.
Oh, you got the whole story. You got the whole story.
No, I just read the article. It's basically he went to a massage parlor
Oh, old pervy.
and got
Are we talking about the Patriots?
yes. Look it up on your phone.
Yeah.
He got 2 misdemeanor charges. Him and like a bunch of other people, but
Check.
basically like prostitution charges for getting like a rub and tug. To think, hey,
That is
you're
fun.
the
What about-
Patriots owner, and you go to do something like that you think is not a big deal, and bam, it's all over ESPN on the big news channels. Oh my god!
But you know what's fucked up?
And
I'm
they
not
just won the
saying I
Super Bowl.
justify his behavior or nothing, but like, why is it that celebrities do something that 90 other middle-aged men that are fucking divorced do every day or week, whatever? But like, because they're a celebrity, they're held to some kind of.
Oh, a bunch
I
of
don't know,
other
I
dudes
get
got
it.
arrested. A bunch of other
Oh,
dudes.
well, that's cool then.
I'm gonna figure it out.
I would
boys.
say something, but I don't think we're in.
You are most certainly
We're about to
not
be,
in.
We're about to be. I
All
got.
right then,
I
mate.
definitely got-
I hate to bother you, but could you maybe fix my headphone line there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your humble narrator. Right.
This motherfucker's going back to the factory right here, boys.
Oh, Jordan,
I'm a
you know what I
fucking
should have
raised
said when you
hell.
walked in? Hi, Mr. Jennings. To what do I owe the great pleasure?
Hey, look, this shit here ain't gonna. I got something to say about that Robert
Alright.
Kraft shit. So,
Speak.
first of all, prostitution should be fucking legal. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to go out and charge people money to fuck you. That should be fucking legal. To me, that's bullshit.
Should it be taxed?
Second of all, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Tax it, don't tax it. I don't give a shit. Fucking, if you're fucking doing prostitution on the side, untaxed, under the table. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, second, look at that fucking guy. Look at that guy. Would you not go get a rub and tug if you were 70 years old and you look like that guy?
Yeah.
Come the
That-
fuck on, dude.
That's who the fuck that type of shit is for.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if you think that a 70-year-old man ain't going to get his fucking shit jacked on the reg, get fucking real. You're not living life, dude. When I'm 70, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to let these fucking...
You're going to be trying to pay people who aren't prostitutes to jerk you off, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, for real. Hey, honey, get over here.
Think how much Robert Kraft spent on that rub and tug, bro.
Probably like it said $59 to $79.
Damn. Come on, Robert Kraft.
I paid $60.
But I mean, after court fees, how
Get
much
fucking
was that
real,
thing really, though?
Oh, that thing was expensive.
That was the world's
yeah.
most expensive hand job.
No,
right
he's
there.
about to get a huge fine from the NFL. And really, just the publicity of it is not. I don't think it's a major charge.
He's
but
70. He'll bounce back.
for everybody to put you out like you're hiring prostitutes, I mean.
Just to me though, bro, like, here, you fix this. I'm gonna just talk. Fuck it. But to me, dude, like,
Going a cappella.
I just feel like you gotta fucking forgive that dude, man. He's an old ass dude that wanted to get jerked off by some young chick, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
And dude's been doing a bunch of good shit, like he got with like Meek Mill and Jay-Z. He's trying to like help with all their causes.
Is he a
Dude
rapper?
gets jerked off one time and gets fucking.
Yeah, Robert
There's
Kraft.
like a million memes.
I was joking.
No.
If he's hanging out with Meek
Dude,
Mill and
there's
Jay
like
Z.
a million memes already. With
Oh yeah. Yo, but the funny memes, I finally know what they mean. I watched Abducted in Plain Sight about him giving that guy a head job. Why the fuck would...
Did you watch that?
He said I need some relief.
Oh my god!
And what's he say? That's when I did the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
And then he was like crying because he sucked that dude's dick or jerked
He said he
him off.
jerked him off, but like, that guy really manipulated the fuck. He fucked his wife and got the guy to give him a hand job.
And
Ooh.
fucked his daughter.
That's living.
Yo,
And fucked the dude's
the whole
6-year-old
thing,
daughter.
I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is wrong with this family?
I wanted to
Like,
kick a hole in my fucking TV.
yeah.
I'm serious.
It was fucking, even especially after the first time, and they're like, just talking to her, and then they get the phone call, and they don't ask, where are you? They're like, okay, we'll see you later. They don't ask for, where the fuck are you at? It's
The
just,
thing that blew my mind, dude, is whenever they fucking, whenever
It's only
she called home
Halloween,
after
man.
being gone for like 2 months, they were like, "Are you still marrying D?"
yeah,
And I
what
was
the
like, "Bitch, I
fuck?
will fucking stab you, you fucking shitty ass parent."
I would have killed that dude already. That's when,
He jerked him off instead of killed him. That's like the opposite, bro. That's the opposite of killing somebody. To jerk
oh,
them off.
fuck, man.
Is it still not working?
Bro,
Here,
this
I'm gonna
thing's-
fuck with it while you just give your input.
That thing's
Have you,
shot.
so you've seen that fucking documentary?
Bro, you know what's fucked up, dude?
Check.
I hope she doesn't get mad for me saying this, but I actually halfway through the documentary.
What are you speaking into?
Megan, you can, if you
I was
you're
seeing
gonna
it.
be able to hear you on the GoPro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't get mad for me saying this,
Oh.
dude, but like halfway through that documentary, I started having sex. This is a true story, bro. Look, it's not because of like what I was seeing. It didn't get me in the mood, but I was like, fuck it. Like this is, I just started fucking. And like,
Do you know how many people have fucked to Jay Leno?
dude, and while it was, dude, hold on, this is the fuck I did. While I was fucking, the fucking thing was playing, and I was hearing it.
Oh, man, that's a...
It was fucked up.
I was hearing the part about like the daughter getting fucked and the hand job, and I turned off. And she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Dude,
Well,
I
what do
can't
you mean?
fucking-" Yeah, I was like, the TV
Tune
was playing
in.
all
man.
this fucking weird shit. And I was getting I was going down a fucking hole, dude. And I fucking just
Literally going
I
down
went,
a hole.
I got that fucking.
It's not
It ain't
working.
I got that fucking andro cock, bro.
Oh, it's going off, dude.
Is it going
It
on?
was working like as you were holding.
Oh,
it.
God.
Yeah.
That fucking andro cock. And if you don't know what that is, it's a pro hormone. You take that shit, your dick goes limp as
You turn orange and shit.
Yo, why don't you two share and me and Greg share?
Yeah.
Or you got it
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working, but I'm
Don't
afraid to
move.
fucking
Don't
move.
as old as the monster's basement.
I'm trying to figure out what makes
Yo.
the connection right, bro. See, there it goes again.
It's electricity makes it right, I
No,
think.
I mean like
Finesse.
it's the mic. The
It's
mic
purely
fucked up.
finesse.
We're gonna figure it out. We'll get it back.
Yo, so
You've said that 5 times
Man,
now.
5 of them, bro.
let's go back to what Greg just said about Jay Leno.
Oh.
He just dropped some fucking. What are you basing that off of?
Okay, so it's a late night talk show, right? That comes on every night. Think about how many people before Netflix just had Jay Leno going, and then
I
did
did.
what Jordan did, got a little frisky halfway through. Jay Leno spouting off with his big ass chin, And then they just fucking did it. And you know, when you're in the moment, you don't want to fucking reach over and grab the remote and turn that shit off. So you just let him play, man. He's laughing in the background while you're fucking.
Dude, the amount of times I've had sex with Forensic Files playing in the
X-Files,
man.
X-Files.
It goes off the fucking charts, bro.
And you're hearing the murder. You're hearing the shit in your head while you're going.
If I had a
All right,
dick-
Christian Bale.
It's the American
Have you ever heard of Huey Lewis
and the
Jack
news.
in the
Jordan,
news?
you know Jordan loves that movie.
Dude, I used to watch that shit day after day.
His name card had
Yellow.
bone font.
With his mic sounds so good.
I know.
That's
this guy,
the new mic. So I got a new
Oh,
mic.
that's a new mic.
Yeah, that's the new mic. Because I didn't want him to have this one that was fucking up.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got.
What if we started
We got
beatboxing?
Is it working?
Nah, it ain't working. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, fuck it.
And Richard's card had print in color of bone.
Greg memorizes these lines, dude. I can't
It's like the
remember
best
this
when they're
shit.
looking at the business cards and he's fucking shaking because the writing is like a shade of off-white.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a complete.
He's
utter
crazy.
psychopath.
I
Yeah.
can't believe.
He's such a good actor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Killed it.
dude. Have you seen all the different roles, the pictures of him? There was a
you see
picture
the-
going around of him, like all the weight he lost for one role,
Yup.
all the weight he gained. He got jacked for another.
He got fat for the one with where he's Dick Cheney.
Yeah, Vice.
Vice.
Yo, have you seen that?
He got like
I
fat.
never saw it.
Home dude had rolls.
I don't know. I want to see it as well.
I never saw it.
We should all go see it. Podcast 2.0.
Is it
Come.
not Netflix?
It's
No,
it's
it's
still
not
in
there
theaters,
yet.
I think, or it just
It's
got out of
still on-
theaters.
No, it's still in the theaters. I looked it up like a couple days.
You and I were gonna go see that at one point.
But here's the thing: they only got one showing, and
Yeah.
it's at like 10 o'clock.
Well,
That was the only time that was available.
The old late night.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Got to work tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying.
And if I go at 10 o'clock, I'll about halfway through the movie, I'm sitting there
I'm
like,
gonna pass. I'm gonna get a clean nod.
yeah.
Fucking pass out.
And you do that, and you'll be like with a girl, and they're like, "Did you go to sleep?" And it's like, "Yeah, I was pretty comfortable."
You walk out of there. Yeah, what a great movie.
Dude, that's the best whenever you're like completely sober and you nod out.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm like that relaxed where I.
it's a good, yeah.
Yeah.
I do it on the couch sometimes at home.
Plus, they got those fucking recliner chairs in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Dude, next thing you know, you fucking wake up and your hands are crossed and your fucking zipper's open.
What?
and there's a 50-year-old guy to your right going, "Can anybody hear me? Hello."
What's the guy do on Family Guy, Jordan? What? I know you can do the voice.
No, Herbert? No, you're thinking of Dan.
Come here, you fat motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
What is he? What
I
does
got
he
some
say?
popsicles in my
Now,
basement.
see, Danny can do that voice perfectly.
He can because he's got the whistle.
The guy that we do.
You remember we did that video? I showed it to you. I got it on Snapchat.
I'm a
It's
little
like,
bee. I'm gonna
I got a
sting you.
nice fucking seat.
Yeah, that guy. See, there's Herbert, and then there's that motherfucker.
Who is he though?
He's just like the generic. gay
Oh.
guy.
Peter Griffin's got a mustache. I know.
Oh, the black.
Oh yeah.
Black
No,
dude.
it's
It's a white guy with a mustache and he's gay.
Yeah. And they also do the same voice when he's a bee. He's like, "I'm a bee. I'm not gonna sting you. I'm just buzzing around.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. Oh, gone done stung myself. Goodbye, world." And he fades out.
Yeah. See if I can figure this shit
He's like,
out.
the microphone's out. It's not working.
All right then, governor. Can anybody be a doll?
Be a doll and get this
I'd get
fucking
these
weight
weights off
me.
myself, but you see, I've gone and pulled my
Yo,
shoulder.
so how do you rate O2 compared to Planet?
This is like gold.
Well, yeah,
Something
I
just
mean,
happened.
Whoa, something did just happen.
Whoa, what just
I'm
happened?
just charging the mic. So I'm trying to see if that's the problem.
That might be the problem.
Nah.
Why did it amplify my...
Yeah, I'm picking up on some ambient electrical noises.
Oh, man.
Really?
Yo, yo.
It's anytime
yo,
you charge anything.
Yo, yo, yo.
It ain't bad though.
I heard it,
Nah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's yeah.
Go ahead. You were good, though.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
think it was working, was it?
It was charging.
Yeah, but was it recording?
No.
I didn't think so. Check.
Nope.
Check. Weird, dude.
Check.
It's in
You ever
there.
seen
it's
a
in my
snake
headphones.
charmer?
You, can hear
You
me in
basically
your
are
headphones?
doing that with
I
that
don't-
thing. I mean, you're fucking. You got it, and you're. It's like
Dude, I
you're
feel
working
like
it, man.
I'm sucking a dick over here.
Oh,
This thing ain't
man.
working at all.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
Fuck this goddamn thing.
It's not
How
plugged
do you
in.
think we'll switch on the fucking audio?
I don't know. You're the guy that's talking to mic stands with no mics.
Yeah. What's going on out there?
You going to bed?
It's
Hi, Mr.
small
Deltoid. See, I've got a bit of pain in me Gulliver. The Gulliver. Oh yeah.
Did you throw that fade on there?
Except you cut his hair right when it got cold out again. I feel bad.
Yo, Alex, he's gonna have a good fade head.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Like me and you got big heads. We carry a good fade.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hopefully he doesn't get too faded.
Night.
Okay. That was a good try, but
That was
yeah.
a funny joke, man. Just no one heard it. That's all.
I hear you. I want to fix this fucking mic, dude. It's fucking bullshit.
It is. It is. I'm pissed off because you're pissed off.
Someone's got to do something about these mics, man. Oh.
Yeah, whack it. Oh, man.
whoa.
Oh.
Check. Suck
There
me
you go,
dry,
there you go.
motherfuckers. We're back in business, asshole.
Bro, I think it's going out because
in
you.
your pocket and pull your balls out.
I'm gonna bitch smack this microphone anytime it goes out, asshole.
Unzip your pants and hope that someone's mouth's open.
I'm gonna suck the shit out of this microphone if it fucking breaks again.
That's a pretty big mic, man. You really think you can get your
I'm gonna
mouth
smack
around
the
it?
fuck.
It
I'm gonna
was.
smack the fuck out of that thing every time it fucks up.
Bro, maybe you're not respecting it. That's why it's going out.
That mic don't respect me. That's why it's fucking going out. That's why it's fucking going out.
We're handing out blowjobs and bubble gum, you fucking...
We're all out of bubble gum, asshole. Fuck. This motherfucker don't want to act right, bro. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
keep slapping it.
I'm gonna smack this motherfucker, boy.
We're going to get every third syllable if you keep doing those.
Yeah.
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 Damn. See, so I was gonna send this motherfucker back, but I was like, then I'm not gonna have 3 mics if I send it back before I do a podcast with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send it back after this podcast.
I mean, we don't bite. We could have squeezed 3 on this little couch
yeah,
here.
you could, but you kind of gotta be right on the mic to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like getting that close to Greg either.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
He's always coming with these ideas and these hypotheticals.
Check.
I know, what a dickhead, huh? Fuck that guy. Thinking outside the box, man. I hate him for it.
I probably used to tell you the same thing at work.
robot?
Oh, it's working.
I think I used
Did
to
it
tell
work?
Greg the same thing. Why do you always come with these weird hypotheticals?
Damn, bro,
Check.
you were out here
Check.
creativity shaming, man.
But I think at one point we were trying to like just come up with the craziest hypothetical.
Bro, Nick is a good ass dude deep down because he actually sent me one thing. I was getting fucking roasted one day.
What are you saying? On top, I'm a shithead? What the fuck? Deep down, he's a good guy.
Well, I mean, you can come off as a little blunt sometimes.
Yeah. What else?
check.
Yeah, what else?
But no, man, he sent me this thing one time. It was like this whole fucking TED talk on why like being creative and original and being weird is the good thing, and to be what the fuck?
Yeah, you too.
You guys got the same
Yeah,
laugh.
they remind me of me and you, bro.
I feel like we're in a fucking alternate universe.
Oh my God.
I feel like we're guardian angels just watching over y'all two, just watching y'all interact, dude. I like it.
I'm sitting here watching y'all interact.
We're back in
I'm
business,
sitting here watching you,
motherfuckers.
watching me, watching you.
Holy shit, I'm tripping.
That's Watchception, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, we're in there. We're fucking. I bitch
You are
smacked
in
that
there.
mic, bro, and we're in there. I really fucked our vibe up, dudes. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It is
Yo,
what
your
it is.
lava lamp is just looking like a lamp right now.
Looks like a
man.
titty, bro.
Is it gonna pop or what's up?
It
with
looks
that?
like a little lava titty,
Well, I was
bro.
telling
I don't see the lava. I just see
I
the
was
lamp.
telling him about your fucking lava lamp, dude.
Bro, I think I got the
That
world's
thing
largest.
is the size of a goddamn Thor's leg.
How much bigger is it than that one?
Oh, dude, it's fucking 10 of those.
It's seriously
Are you
like 40
serious?
It's
pounds.
fucking 10 of those.
Yeah.
It's the size
My
of my
fucking
goddamn
lame ass
quad.
ex girlfriend's mom gave it to me for Christmas.
How long
before
does it
she
take to
dumped
heat
it.
up?
Hours.
That one takes
It's
2
this-
fucking hours.
The
to heat
glass
up.
on it is 2 feet.
What color is it?
It's the old perp
That
red.
perp,
It's
boy.
got that
Can you just
perp-
leave them on nonstop?
What?
I mean, my
Lava
lamp.
Lava lamps? Probably, but I
Bro,
wouldn't.
mine makes my apartment so fucking hot.
I've
Does
never
it?
had one.
In the wintertime, if I crank that shit on, my room's going to be 10 degrees warmer.
What?
It's this fucking big, bro.
And it's
What
got
you mean?
magma. in it.
Molten
Hot magma.
Yes, Dr. Evil. Preparation H does feel good
On the whole. Scotty don't.
What, do you want some chocolate ice cream?
Mini Me loves chocolate. Scotty don't.
Move down the bench.
I watched that movie when I was like 12, bro, and I
Yes.
thought it was the weirdest shit ever.
Mole.
Oh, yeah.
I just
No, I was talking about the part where Scotty's trying to talk and he keeps going, I don't know.
Zip it long stockings. He's like, zip it real good.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Mike Myers is a genius.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Okay, guys, I got a plan. You're going to cause a riot, and I'm going to walk out the front door. When
Remember when he's in
to
the golf
jail?
cart and he can't get out of the hallway? He's trying to fucking turn it around.
No, it's not a golf cart. It's a fucking giant dong, bro.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
balls and the cock, and he's trying.
There was so many sexual innuendos in that
Yeah,
movie.
that
dude.
one.
Oh, yeah.
What was that one cycle of them going like, "That's a huge," and then
Oh,
and then it'll
yeah.
flip to another. It's like Johnson.
Yeah, yeah. Remember? And then the girl's got the
It
watermelon.
looks like a
Yeah.
giant pair of melons.
Melons, yeah. Remember when he's like, remember when Dr. Evil's like, this is the evil submarine. It's long and hard and full of semen. Yeah, he was a genius.
Yo, how much
I
of
used
a
to watch that. I
baller-
was like 10.
Yeah.
How much of a baller was Austin Powers' dad, though, bro? He's like smacking asses and stuff. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
11. They're just like, and then he goes, look
Yeah.
at you. You don't even have a name tag. Do you know who I am? You should just fall down. Just fall down. The dude crumples, bro. Didn't even have to touch him.
Yo, that dude, I don't think they can make that movie now. Just because of how fucked up it was towards women.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was so fucked up towards women, dude, and I loved every second of that fucking
What
movie.
were some of the names for the women on
A
there?
lot of
You.
vagina.
Fuck me.
A lot of vagina. Dude, did y'all watch wrestling when y'all were growing
Felicity Shagwell or something.
Oh, yeah.
Shall we shag now or shag
Later,
later?
baby. Did y'all watch? No, freaked me out. John Travolta as Goldmember, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Weird. He
I
ate
mean,
his own skin, bro. That's a keeper.
Well, no. John Travolta only played him in the little
And Danny
intro and
DeVito
extra,
played
yeah.
Mini-Me.
Yeah.
And then was Tom Cruise in it?
Yeah, he was Austin Powers.
Yeah, that's right.
What was that, like a spoof of it?
It
or
was at the
something?
beginning of Goldmember.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
DeVito was like, hey, asshole.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm
Dude.
Benny Me.
Dude, there's a new gangster movie coming out on Netflix, and it's got fucking Pacino, De Niro, and fucking...
James Franco.
It's got James
But
Franco.
they're all old as
So
fuck,
De
though.
Niro, Pacino.
Yeah, but they're...
It's the Irishman.
Yeah, it is the Irishman.
They look
Yeah.
sickly, though. Like, they don't
I
look
bet you
well.
they look gangster as fuck in this movie, dude.
Probably.
Yeah, because I remember seeing pictures De Niro looked fucking...
He's old, dude.
He looked like he was on this goddamn deathbed. And Pacino, I mean, he's been looking pretty fucking bad for years now. I mean, they're fucking old.
Think how much you gotta love doing movies if you're them. Because they've made millions of dollars.
Yeah, but that's what they've done, though. Like, that's like you doing something. That's all they know how to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know who's directing it, right?
I don't.
Scorsese's.
Martin Scorsese.
He's old as fuck, too.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's the fucking... He grew up around that shit. That's why his fucking mob movies are the best, because he's really seen that shit.
Yeah. Where he grew up in New York.
Yeah, he had to have. Yeah, he fucking grew up. Like, dude, when you watch Goodfellas, like, that is fucking
So Scorsese did Goodfellas. What else did he do?
Casino.
Oh, he did Casino. Casino
Yeah.
was the shit.
He did fucking Casino. He did Wolf of Wall Street.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's a dope ass movie.
Yeah, he did
too.
Wolf of Wall Street. Fucking A, there's a
What about when
shit
they
ton.
beat fucking Joe Pesci to death with a bat and his tidy whities in fucking Casino and threw him in the hole?
Oh, dude, they were buried alive, bro.
Dude,
They were
that's
buried alive.
Fucking crazy.
You know what's crazy? If you've seen all those movies, they all tie into each other.
Yeah, he grew up in New York.
Because
I was looking it up.
at the end of Casino, the guy that plays Billy Bats in Goodfellas, rest his soul, fucking Vincent. God, I can't remember his fucking name. But anyway, the guy that played Billy Bats, he was the one that fucking beat Joe Pesci and his brother to death or whatever.
Oh shit.
And then in Goodfellas, that guy, Joe Pesci and De Niro beat the fuck out of him.
Damn.
So it's like in both movies, like they both get the shit kicked out of them.
Damn, that's
to their
crazy.
death.
Till they're deader than fuck.
I'm 12 years old. I'm parking Cadillacs. Yeah, it's fucking. I mean, that's real fucking.
Gangster shit.
I mean,
What's the guy's name who's the main dude off Goodfellas?
Henry Hill,
No, the actor.
Ray Liotta.
And now
Ray
he's
Liotta.
now he's
Ray
talking about
Liotta.
quitting smoking cigarettes and fucking.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, he's on there. Yeah, he's over smoking electronic dick, going, yeah. When I quit smoking, anybody can do it. I can run. I can jack off. I don't run out of breath.
Dude, he's
Go
in the
fuck
He
yourself.
said he could jack off.
he's
though?
in the tequila commercials
No.
too.
Said
He's
that?
in the Patron commercials. He's in Patron too.
Yeah.
How do you drink Patron and not smoke cigarettes, Ray Liotta? You fuck.
Bro, I drank Patron one time and woke up with shit on the floor. Wasn't
You
even me.
shat yourself?
No, I didn't shit myself. We don't know who did it.
No one knows who shit on the floor.
I'm gonna have to go in on this one, aren't I?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
All right.
Yeah, I want full
Yeah,
detail.
we need it all.
Okay.
Who cleaned it up?
I don't remember. I think the person that owned it.
Whoever's dog it was had to clean it up.
Andreas Reyes, if you're listening to this, bro, big time shout out. But I was
His name's Andreas Reyes.
Who?
Reyes, like
Andreas Reyes.
yeah, Google him. His mom, I don't know. His dad was out of the picture. His mom was like fucking deployed, and in high school he was living by himself. His mom was sending him money to hold down the fort. He had a house.
People were shitting on his floor.
Yeah, people
I shit
shat
on
all
your
over the
floor,
place.
motherfucker.
So we're partying this one night, man, and like things come to a close.
Greg
and, like,
did it.
I didn't do it, man. It was a small turd.
Taping shit.
He's
Perfectly taping cylindrical
Nah,
shit.
So we're fucking partying. We get retarded. At the end of the night, we're taking straight shots of Patron right out of the fucking bottle. And I think it was just me and Andreas, and then we both had a lady with us, and we both went our separate ways. I think I slept in his mom's bedroom. Shout out Andreas's mom. I slept in your bed. Bang.
Oh shit! She's gonna fucking hunt you down, bro.
I live in Wyoming, and so like at the end of the night, there was no shit on the floor. Everyone went to bed. When we woke up, there was shit on the floor outside of the bathroom, in the door frame of the bathroom. Someone made it that far, but didn't actually make it. And they shat right in the door frame of the bathroom. But here's the thing: the turd was about the turd was like 2 or 3 inches long. It looked like a dog turd. He didn't have a dog or a cat.
No pet.
Swear to
bro.
God. So this is what we think.
No one. to
Either
blame
one
it
of
on.
us was completely sideways and shat the floor.
Greg.
Not very likely.
Greg.
Greg.
Or
Very likely.
allegedly. Or he had a buddy that was kind of discommunicated at the time. House sitted. Yeah,
Discombobulated.
he house sitted for him, so he knew how to break into the house if he got locked out. But like they were beefing, so he wasn't at the party. We think this motherfucker may have snuck in the middle of the night and shat on the floor.
What the fuck was his name?
Philip Nolte, you
Philip
fucking floor
Nolte.
shitter.
Fucker.
You
No shit.
fucking floor shitting piece of shit. I'll shit on your head.
Fucking
2-inch turd on the fucking door frame.
Take
Yeah.
a man shit, you fucking know the
Yeah, I'm
fucking
gonna make you
soft
clean it
ass
up with
bitch.
your personal toothbrush.
Holy shit! Somebody shit on that boy's floor.
Yeah, but it's Patron's fault.
See,
for
I
real.
was like the piss guy.
Oh,
Dude, I'm gonna fucking own it.
Own it.
I'm gonna
What
own
are
it.
you wetting beds?
dude, I've never pissed
Bro,
myself.
I
as an
fucking
adult.
pissed on beds, on couches.
Oh my
Bro, I'll
god.
tell you the best one.
Come on.
So
Yeah,
like, so dude, I don't
Come on.
remember. Obviously, I don't remember anything, dude. You know, your typical house party,
It's
just
called
drinking,
being piss drunk. For
whatever,
a reason, yeah.
dude. Well, that happened to me like on the regular. I'd wake up and be like, "I did it again." But dude, there was this one day, dude. I fucking woke up like in a bed, and like girl here, like on my arm. And we're like both laying like on our backs, bro, and my fucking pants are soaked. I've pissed like a gallon. The
God.
sheets are wet, she's wet, my pants are wet, my shirt's wet. So I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh my.
So
god.
I fucking sneak my arm out, and I'm like, shh, go back to sleep. I fucking crawl out. I get my boy, and I'm like, we gotta go. So I fucking left this girl in a pissed bed, pissed fucking on her clothes. sheets, the whole nine. And I just tried to convince her that she did it. I was like, you did it. That's why I left. You peed.
Holy shit.
One time I convinced a girl that her dog ate an Opana 30 that she bought. That dog would have been dead if it ate the fucking
Jordan's
thing.
been pissing on bitches since before R. Kelly, bro.
Dude, bro, my crew used to pee on everything. I had a buddy that fucking walked into this girl's kitchen and fucking went into the pantry, and I was like, I hope he's not pee. And halfway through my sentence, I hear him pissing. He walks back out. He goes back into the bedroom. I walk into the pantry. This chick's litter box has got 3 inches of pee in it. There's fucking turds floating around like it's fucking full of pee.
Oh shit!
Dude,
what did
crazy.
the cat think about that?
Dude, I don't know.
That's a pissed off cat.
Housewarming party. These are true stories, bro. Documented. House party.
God.
Housewarming party. My buddy's new apartment. Everything in the house is brand fucking new. I passed out on the fucking couch. Brand new from IKEA, like a leather couch. I woke up the next morning, bro, covered in piss. I get up to leave. Me and my buddies, dude, we get up to fucking leave. And we're like, hey, have a good one, whatever. Thanks for having us. And the chick's like cleaning up the spot where I slept. And she's like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, someone peed. And then we're just like, all right, take care. And we fucking walk out the door.
Same chick you pissed on the first time.
Dude, I was like, I pissed on your shit. I pissed.
I can't believe you
Oh
pissed
my
on that girl and then
God, bro.
convinced her it was her. That's so
Dude, I don't
fucked
think
up.
I convinced her, bro. Her pants were bone dry except for like the side, like she pissed like out of her ass or something.
Yo, that's the worst feeling when you wake up. You already feel like shit because you're hungover, and you feel that warm, just like,
I
and
never
it
did
burns. It burns a
Never
little
done
bit, and it's like, there's a shame with it for
Yeah.
a second.
I would always wake up in bathtubs with puke all over myself.
I
Similar.
woke up beside a toilet when like my throat swelled up from dry heaving so much.
Fuck,
I've
dude.
woken up with my head in a toilet, like open my eyes and there's water an inch away. Like
Ugh.
that's
Did you
not
stick
fun.
your tongue out and just?
Yeah, I was
Lap it
dehydrated. What else was I gonna do?
Just lap it up, the toilet water, dude.
I had to power up to get the fuck out.
Dude, the one time I woke up in a bathtub, there was like a shit ton of clothes on me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you didn't have a kidney or something.
Like I woke up in the tub and there was like somebody took their folded clothes. Like somebody took the drawer out and just dumped their fucking clean clothes on me.
maybe in a drunken stupor, you were like, "I'm cold. I'm
Dump
cold."
some clothes on him and call it a fucking night.
Where was the drawer?
Bro, there was this one time, bro.
That had to be in Charlotte.
Bro,
when
there
some
was this-
stupid motherfucker
dude,
did that shit.
Dude, there was this one time, bro. We were at this fucking house, and this dude fell asleep on the fucking couch, and I fucking antiqued him.
Nice.
I took a thing of flour.
What is
And
that?
That's when you take like a full thing of flour,
Yeah.
and you fucking boom, and it just fucking explodes on them.
they-
They turn all white.
Breathe it in too.
Yeah, dude. So I went down there, and I didn't like this kid at all. He was a fucking pussy. So I was just like, fuck it.
I'm antiquing him.
Yeah, so I took some flour, bro. This was like his house. So I fucking took it and I fucking went downstairs, bro, and I just went boom. And I fucking it exploded. We all ran upstairs. I convinced this dude that someone came in off the street and fucking
He was scared of you, bro.
Yeah, he knew that the fucking
knew it
person.
was you, and
he
he was
did not
scared
want
as
to call
fuck,
you
dude.
out on that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, I was like, yeah, someone must have came in off the street and hit you with the flour. And he was like, oh, man.
And you got a fucking white ass hand while you're telling it.
I had white all over my hands and my shirt and my face.
Me too. The fucking
I was trying to get it
got
off
me
of you.
too.
I was trying to get it off.
Hey, you want to hear a crazy one? All right. Me and my friend were like 12, right? We go out to the woods behind my parents' house. He lived next door. We ended up setting the woods on fire. And it's like a pretty good sized fire. Like they see it from the house. The fire department comes out there, and we're out there talking about, yeah, we were just out here messing around, and like these two guys in black hoods came out here and just set it on fire and ran off. And we're trying to tell that story to my parents like it's a believable thing that two hooded dudes came back here and set the fire
And they
set the
didn't
woods on
believe
fire.
you.
Fuck no, I got a beating and like
Get the belt, darling. He's fucking lying again. Get the belt, Susie. It's time to whoop his ass.
my mom would barehand that.
Get ready for the fist.
Yo, I hated it when I got hit with the belt, bro. You knew it was for
Dude,
real.
the worst one I ever got was the last one. My mom had this paddle that my brother and his friends made in shop class at school. It had
Those
my name on it
motherfuckers.
and this tongue, this
your
like
name on
face
it.
with a tongue like hanging out and like drool dripping off of
Oh
it.
my
Dude,
God.
the last thing I got beat for, I probably got suspended or something. I was like 13 or 14. And I think they were finally seeing like the beatings weren't helping anything. And dude, she beat me like 3 or 4 times with that thing, and I fell to my knees. Oh my God!
All right, here's where we really get down to business. Was it bare ass? Did
No.
you have to pull your pants?
Very
down? My parents
rarely
would
was
make
it
me go
bare ass. My
bare ass and
stepdad
spank
would make me
the
go
fuck
bare
out of
ass.
me.
My mom would say, "Go to your room," and I'd run in and put on like 2 pairs of gym shorts under my fucking jeans.
Yeah.
Dude, he comes in there with big puffy pants.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my whooping.
I swear to God, I did the same shit. Swear to God, I did the same
Comes
shit.
in the room looking like MC Hammer. I'm here for my
I
beating.
mean, hey, it's not like they want to fucking hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to prove a point, but like
Yeah.
they're not trying to physically hurt you.
He's sitting there
got
with
a
his belt
mattress
going.
in his
Why do you
pants."
keep making me do this?
It's more about like embarrassment.
Yeah,
He's got
bro.
a mattress in
Hey,
his
but
pants.
those naps after that, you're crying.
Oh
and you're
yeah, you
fuck-
sleep so good after that, dude. After you get your
You
ass
wake up and
whooped.
it's dinner time. And
Wake
you're
up,
like,
it's
where
dinner time."
am I?
Dude, I remember one
Come
time.
on, sweetie.
Mom's got hamburger helper on the
Yeah,
fucking stuff.
Come on, honey, it's time to eat.
Everyone's already eaten too. You just go in late as fuck and get a plate.
And you're like trying not to look nobody in the eye and
Yeah,
shit. You're
ashamed.
like, okay, I'm not gonna look anybody in the eye here.
It's cold.
I remember one time I was getting ready for school, dude. It was like 7:30 in the fucking morning, and I had a Walkman. Y'all remember Walkmans? I had
Yeah.
a fucking CD player Walkman, dude, and I had my earphones in. And somebody, dude, I got hit so hard I can't even really tell the story right because I was fucking knocked in the next week, dude. I don't even know which parent fucking hit me, bro. I come in there with my Walkman on at 7:30 in the morning listening to Limp Bizkit or some shit. And somebody said something to me and I just was like ignored them or I didn't hear them or whatever. And then I was like, I said some fucked up shit, like something that pissed somebody off. And my mom or my dad fucking smacked me so hard, dude. My Walkman busted into like a million pieces, bro. And my headphones were like snapped in half, and I just started crying for like 3 hours, bro.
Did the batteries fly across the
I
room?
thought I was scarred for life, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, my headphone was like halfway in my fucking ear, dude. They fucking, I don't know. I think I told one of them to shut up. And I got the
Ooh.
fuck smacked out of me, bro.
Introduce.
Yo, I can't believe people don't
chocolate
like people freak out about somebody
starfish.
beating their kids.
Yeah,
All my friends got spanking. Like,
yeah, all mine too.
but it was never some abusive type shit. It was like every time I got suspended from school or like,
I would hide under my bed when I got suspended from school because
Yeah.
I was so fucking
dude, and you know the
scared.
worst punishment
I
though,
think
worse than the spanking. My stepdad would make me stay at home because he worked out of the house. I would have to read the whole paper and then answer questions back to him the day that I was suspended. So he like put me to work, and then we go and he made me work for him and like all this
Damn,
shit.
You were trying to stay in school, weren't you,
that-
bro?
Dude,
Yeah,
that's how
that
the
was like the
fuck it
best
should be
kind
done.
of punishment.
Yeah, now you got these fucking half a fag kids that don't have, they're shitheads. They don't have any discipline and they go join a fucking group.
A fucking cult.
Like, you know what I mean?
Spoken word
Like
poetry
ISIS?
click.
No, they go join. No. They join a fucking group and they wear a funny, a fucking color.
You talking about a gang, bro? Why do you keep saying a group?
Yeah, you talking about the Nazis?
gang.
They join groups. You know what I mean?
Just
What
say
group?
gang.
People
Social
fucking,
groups?
fucking groups, dude.
Fucking
They're like,
theater
oh,
troop?
I'm, poorme.com. You don't know what I'm fucking talking about? All these fucking mutts join a fucking group. They join a group. Like, I got abused. Now I'm joining with this group. And now you got 1.2 million fucks that have all been abused. And they wear my color this day of the month. That type of shit. Yeah. What am I? What am I, out of my fucking mind?
Hey, where's your bathroom?
You are out of your fucking
Fucking
mind.
if you join a group, who the fuck joins a group?
People.
You
I
gotta
guess.
feel
Who the fuck joins a?
unincluded.
Yeah,
Straight across the hallway.
I gotta take a piss too.
Click number 1 for piss and number 2
You
for
just peeing your
shit.
pants. You're all good.
Oh yeah, we got a short shaft dick going on this lava lamp,
That's
son.
a big set of balls, a big head, and a skinny shaft.
Damn, isn't it? It's like looking at a cloud or a fucking fire,
Call
dude.
that the torpedo.
Hiroshima,
Hero Charlie Chima.
Milo Marlamina.
Dude, when you were telling that story, Greg was looking at you like, how the fuck is this dude's brain working?
What story?
The one you were just telling about them kids joining a
Yeah,
group.
joining fucking groups.
Booyah. Dude, I watched this show that Greg was telling me to watch. Look at this. Look at this map I made. Show it to Greg after you look at it. It's like a flow chart. So there's this show on Netflix called One Strange Rock. Yeah. And it's narrated by the great and powerful Will Smith of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, dude. And like it was talking about how the fucking desert, like they were out getting salt from the desert in Africa, and like these dust storms would blow up, make dust blow. Listen to this shit. Dust. He's looking at my flow chart. See how it says the fuck?
That's the first thing I saw.
So there's these dust storms in Africa, and it blows up the dust, and the dust goes all the way across the ocean to the rainforest in South America, and it fertilizes the fucking plants in South America. The plants then suck the water up and create so much condensation in the rainforest that there's like a sky river. All this condensation creates like a sky river in the rainforest. This fucking look at the flow chart I made. So this fucking sky river of condensation goes all the way down the trees, all the way to the Andes Mountains, where it fucking turns into like these waterfalls and creates all this sediment that goes into the ocean and fucking feeds these goddamn things. What are those things called?
Protists. Diatoms.
Diatoms.
Water crap.
Well, they're
You wrote water crap on one of these. What is that?
Probably doesn't say that, but that's okay. My handwriting
It does.
sucks.
diatoms are they're a single-celled
Water
photosynthetic
evap.
protist.
Evaporation. I just put evap. Like ejac, you know what I'm saying?
What is
That's
that?
short for
Ejaculation.
What is that?
But dude,
sex ed
so the
classes.
sediment feeds the diatoms, and the diatoms create oxygen that we fucking breathe. It was saying take 2 deep breaths, and one of those breaths come from the diatoms. And then it was talking about how the glaciers fall off into the water in like Antarctica or some shit, and it feeds the fucking diatoms. And they can see these fucking things from space, and they make the water a different color in the ocean, bro. That shit blew my fucking mind, dude.
That's why I like studying
It's
the
good, it's
Earth,
good.
man. It is a living system.
Dude.
It breathes just like we do. And
So cool, dude.
yeah, it's amazing.
Such a dope ass show. I cannot wait to fucking watch episode 2.
Episode 2 is good.
What's
The
it
whole-
about? You remember?
Episode 2, I think, is about wind. I don't remember. I know episode 3 is about the sun and how fortunate we are to have an ozone layer. And it talks about why we have an ozone layer, which is really interesting.
Goldilocks
03.
zone, Alex.
Goldilocks zone. Y'all thought I was making that shit up. No, y'all didn't think I was
It's-
making that shit up.
Josh did.
It's also
Josh
argued-
did. That's who it was.
Watch the episode though. The Goldilocks zone ain't even necessarily like true.
You got to push on
it's,
it.
It can be argued that the Goldilocks zone is like the perfect zone for life as we know it, but like basically anywhere liquid water can exist, life can exist, even if it's freezing, even if it's boiling, because we have cyanobacteria that can survive temperatures. We've got bacteria that live at the bottom of the ocean that literally get no sunlight. We previously thought that all energy is derived from the sun, because the sun energy is photosynthetic. It feeds organisms that produce, glucose and stuff from the sun, the chemical or photosynthetic respiration,
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And then other animals eat that, and so ultimately it trickles down, and the source ultimately is from the sun. But there are some people that think because the Earth's
What do you
early
think?
atmosphere had no oxygen or no free oxygen, it was just like an intensely hot electrical storm, noxious gas fucking ball of molten fucking rock with no liquid water and all this fucking water vapor in the air, so dense that it would be like 90% humidity, almost like swimming or whatever. Like not 90% humidity, 90% of the matter. But anyways, they think that before we even got oxygen, they had organisms, like the basis of life was using ammonia and nitrogen and carbon that was bubbling through the Earth's surface into the water, combined with electricity to make organic molecules.
That's
and
like acid, though, right?
to
To us, I mean, it would just burn through our fucking skin.
Well, no, it was making like ammonia acids, which are like amino acids, which is an organic molecule, and carbon
Is that
hydrated.
what amino acid is?
Yes,
No
ammonia
shit.
acids.
We
Ammonia
know about
is extremely
those.
important.
We know about
Yeah,
aminos.
yeah, because
And,
you take amino acids
what
for
about-
recovery.
Yeah.
Hydrated carbon. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh no.
Carbohydrates, carbohydrates.
Oh, hydrogenated
These are
carbon.
all organic molecules that were being formed before life was even a thing. And in time, they began to start forming these very simple systems, and those simple systems began to become
A
cellular
cell,
organisms.
which is life.
And they were chemosynthetic, not photosynthetic, because the chloroplast had to be developed. But before there were chloroplasts to photosynthesize,
Yeah.
there was chemosynthesis. They were using chemicals.
Chemosynthesis.
They were using chemicals for their only source of energy. And we've got stuff at the bottom of the ocean on the deep sea hydrothermal vents that live off of the methane and
Yeah,
stuff.
I've heard of
bubbling
that.
through.
That
They don't
shit's
use
fucking
sunlight.
crazy, dude.
So, because they can live without sunlight, anything can. Any planet can have life.
So the
Any
Goldilocks zone has to do with sunlight.
It has to do with no. It's just this is the only place that we can survive. Because you get too hot and humans die, you get too cold and humans die. We're lucky. But the Goldilocks zone doesn't apply to all life. They think that one of
Only to
Saturn's
humans.
moons is completely frozen on the top. But if it's a molten core and it's frozen on the top, somewhere there has to be liquid water. And they think that those oceans could have life.
Holy shit. When are we going to get some core samples from the Saturn's moon, bro?
Greg's
I
gonna
need
lead
that.
that. Greg's
I
gonna lead
need
that,
that,
expedition.
Greg.
No, no, I don't even think we know enough about the Earth. I want to stay on Earth and keep researching before we go and do anything
Yo,
else.
some interesting topic. How do you? All right. So I
This
have
is
like
such a good podcast.
I have
Can
all
just say
these
that?
feelings about like environmental shit, right? But like at the same time, I got a case of these at the house.
Yeah.
Like I contribute with the plastic shit, but like I see these videos of like the landfills in the ocean, the fucking these third world countries that can't afford waste management.
Yep.
So they just have trash flowing through the rivers and like all over the place because that'll never break down.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Unless
Will
you
it
burn
never?
it. Unless you burn it, it'll never break
But
down.
even if you burn
sunlight
it,
over thousands,
like
of years
1,000
will
years,
break
but
down.
in
Holy
our lifetime,
shit,
a certain
dude.
point, we're gonna build up with so much fucking plastic. What we're
why
gonna
would
do?
they
Just
even
start
make
burning it?
plastic?
And it
dude?
doesn't break
didn't
down in a
know,
sense
though.
of like it really the molecules don't break down, not just the physical object, but it goes those molecules if they get burnt, the smoke goes in the air. The smoke will ultimately condense in the clouds. It'll rain down. It'll go in the oceans. It'll be ingested by organisms that will be ingested by bigger organisms that we will ingest. And we have plastics and chemicals and BPAs and all
That
these
Teflon shit,
Teflon, all kinds of chemicals
Gen
that
X
will
that
never
ain't
break
fucking going
down,
nowhere.
that are it's my opinion is it's already too late. We can reduce and stop what we're doing and kind of try and reverse it and hope that the high carbon dioxide levels will allow more plant growth, so more oxygen levels, and it'll just balance. We can't just depend on it to stop it, but if we were to like stop consuming or producing carbon dioxide, it could balance. But
I don't know if we're smart enough to
Interesting to me,
build all
man.
this shit. Why are we not smart enough to? We could be smart enough to like do something to change the direction we're going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I kind of.
it's because it's
I personally
expensive.
want to start doing some things, but then it's like, damn, plastic's everywhere.
You got to start on the ground level, though.
Yeah,
gotta
and,
start
and
with
everybody gets
individual.
hyped up about a fucking straw, but like you take the straw out of that cup, you still got a plastic, fucking cup.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
you
I mean?
also don't have a straw, though. You can't look at it like that, or you're just like everyone else.
I get it, but like people will be so hyped up, like I can't believe you'd use a straw.
Come right here on the mic.
My man Greg is about those straws, bro.
Yeah, sea turtles.
I
and
try
shit.
not to use straws if I can.
But
If
there's
I get a
other
drink-
shit that fucks up sea turtles.
See, and I
like-
don't do that shit on purpose though. Like I just don't fucking use straws.
I don't like
drink
the-
out of the cup like a goddamn man. You know what I mean?
I've seen you use a straw.
Someone
Drink
I was
out of the
talking
fucking
to
cup.
last
I've
night-
seen you use a fucking straw.
I haven't used the straw in fucking 8 months.
since the last coffee you got.
Since the last beer I drank with a straw.
yeah, right, motherfucker. He didn't want to get his lipstick on the bottle.
I put a straw in the half gallon. That was it. That was the last time.
One of those little twisty Disneyland
Yeah.
straws.
Yeah. Where look, the water's already going through it.
Those are
I was
reusable,
talking
though,
to
so that's
someone-
cool. That's
yeah, that's a
fine.
reusable.
Yeah. So I
that's
did. Yeah,
good.
I was in the game.
I was talking to someone last night that was doing a study, or they were talking about someone that did a study at Disney World, right? You know how many people go in and out of Disney World, so they got data
A lot.
on recycling. And they said, and I don't know if this is credible or not, I was talking to a classmate, But they said that the data said that if there is not a recycling bin every 30 seconds, humans are so lazy that they'll just throw it away. There has to literally be a recycling bin in line of sight everywhere you look, no matter where you are in the park, or people aren't recycling. It's that bad. We just don't fucking care, and it's fucked, and I hate it. We don't care.
See, but dude, I'm not fucking smart at all.
You
But
don't
like
have
the
to
way that
care.
I fucking look at it, like I feel like even if we fucking recycle, like that shit's still gonna end up in a fucking river. Is that
Nah,
like,
because you reuse it.
what are you gonna reuse it?
When it's
What are you-
recycled,
They
you
melt
don't-
it down and they reuse the plastic.
Yeah, you don't just
dude.
like take the bottle and clean it. You actually will put it with a fucking 1,000 other bottles, and then they're gonna determine that this is probably LDPE, low density polymer ethylene. So that can be recycled with other LDPE, and they'll melt all that shit down. They'll use it for car parts. They'll use it for fucking shopping grocery bags. Whatever that you can make out of that chemical or that plastic, they'll do it. Paper, they'll do
I'll
it. Glass,
do it.
they'll do it.
That's
I'll
fucking
do it.
great.
Because it's not just the object being reused, but you're also investing back into the saving of energy. Think about how much coal or whatever you have to burn to produce something that's recyclable, right? You're using all this energy to make it, and then when you recycle it, it takes less energy to reuse it. So you're taking away from that initial creation energy. It's you're saving it like carbon emissions in a whole different spectrum.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Like someone like me, dude, like I don't even fucking know that type of shit's possible. So I just fucking
But yeah, that's like,
I throw 8 gallons of water in the fucking in the
Yeah, it's
fucking,
working. But that's like, that's like that book me and Greg were talking about. Like the basis of it is like consumerism. So like, everybody. If you think of how most people are that we're around, right? Fucking, I mean, we just like we don't care where it came from. We just know we go to the grocery store and get this thing, and then when we're done with it, we put it in the trash can. Somebody takes it, and we don't know where the fuck it goes. You know what I'm saying? We just want the thing that we want. We use it, and then we're done with it. We don't care how it got here or where it goes. We just want it for what we want it for. You
Yeah,
get
like
what I'm saying?
I just want the shit in the fucking container.
Yeah, I don't care.
Take the
I don't
fucking
care.
container. I just want the shit that's inside that. If
Yeah.
we could just somehow fucking get what's inside it, fuck the rest of it. But you can't fucking do it.
No,
Think
we just
about
have
it
to
like
start
this.
killing our own cows and
What
shit.
happens in I was gonna say, I mean, you got all this trash and stuff that builds up and stuff, and eventually it starts fucking up the rivers or the oceans or whatever. You get all these fish that are dying. There's some number like 60% of the world survives off of 90% of its nutrient intake from the ocean. So that's going to be
Holy
the first
shit.
to go. Think about third world fishing countries. That's where the protein is. You can't farm and raise livestock in like Indonesia or some
So
shit.
he's got a good point about how. Okay, so I work with furniture, right? So a lot of young kids buy the cheapest fucking shit possible, and they just destroy it.
Yeah.
And then they put it out by the road for the fucking garbage man to come get. We live in a disposable world, and like shit is just not made like it used to be made. Like wooden tables and shit like
The
that.
IKEA bullshit.
Dude, it's like pressboard,
Wooden dowels
sawdust
and fucking-
bullshit. Yeah, you ever got a chest from Target and put it together?
Oh my god!
That
I had to put a
stuff's actually
desk
good for
together.
the
Holy
environment, though.
fuck, dude!
I know it sucks to use that, but think about to get a solid sheet of wood, you have to chop down a tree. And
Yeah, but
things
it
just
lasts for
scrap.
100 years.
right. But what about all the furniture that's lasted for 60 or 70 years, and it's like finally that fucking thing's got a busted leg? Take that wood,
Call me. I'll
crush
fix
it, press
I'll
that
do it.
wood, make more furniture out of it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, if they're doing it like that, that makes total sense.
That's what that press board is. It's just
But like
wood.
also everything else, so like computers, like microwaves, dishwashers, none of that shit is made like it used to. Dude, our parents would get a washing machine and dryer, and they'd keep it for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
Now you buy one and it lasts you 5 years, and you got to call a fucking service tech to come fix 15 parts on the motherfucker.
Or you got to
You
get
know
the
what
new
that
one
is?
that talks to you.
yeah, bro. And
Some
then that
people are gonna
motherfucker's
be-
got 5 million things that'll fuck up on it.
People are gonna be mad at me for saying this, but
I'm
think
already mad
about
at you.
cars. Fuck off. Think about cars, man. They're computerized now. Do you know why they break down? It's because the computers aren't working right. like computers are actually helpful, but they're making it to where we depend on circuits and like circuit boards and processors instead of like electrical connections. Those washing machines that your parents grew up using, it fucking had a positive, a negative, and a ground, my guy. And when that shit was connected, it worked. And it didn't disconnect because it was thick wires, because it didn't need all these little fucking intricate pieces. So we're making these things that are, you know, albeit very helpful. Like some washers have, you know,
Smart
sensors.
shit.
And and it's cool, but it's not of the same quality. It's
Also,
not the same
big
substance.
big problem with that type of shit, especially cars, you can't work on them yourself anymore. You got to take it to the Chevrolet dealership because every little part is specially manufactured by Chevrolet. Old cars and shit, they all work the same way. Even if you weren't a mechanic, you could work on it and fix it. And it was like you could, in your mind, you knew how your car worked. But like now, I look at that Tundra or anything. That Tundra, first of all, could pull your fucking house. And it'll never fucking break down. But
Shout out to
you look at that and like I don't know how it works. Like there's so much shit in there that like I have no clue. Like there's certain things I'm like, all right, well that does this and this does that. But like it's like washing machines and shit and like circuit boards on TVs, you would think like, all right, so if you find a TV on the side of the road and it hadn't been rained on, most of the time people put their TVs out there because the screen stops working. It's the main circuit board in the TV that actually needs to be replaced, which costs you. You can get one like refurbished for $100.
Yeah,
$1,000 TV. Pop the back off of it. Put some YouTube this shit, y'all. Like I fucking did not know how to fix a TV. YouTubed it. Took the fucking screws out the back. Got a main circuit board refurbished online for $100 and fixed $1,000 Samsung TV. You got to put rubber surgeon gloves on because you can't let your oils or your skin get on the connections. It'll fuck it up.
Yeah, don't put your greasy fucking paws on there.
But isn't that crazy? Like some shit, like you look at some shit and you're like, there's no way I can fix that.
Yeah.
But then you're like, you surprise yourself sometimes, dude. Like you think you're
Bro,
fucking
you can YouTube
stupid,
anything
you're
and just go step by step and fucking fix a lot of things if you have the tools.
Yeah,
Dude,
if
But a lot of people don't want to do that. If you have the money, it's like, you know.
Dude, one of the best feelings I've ever felt in my whole life was when my alternator went bad on my Toyota Camry, right? Or not the alternator, I'm sorry, it was the starter.
Yeah.
So the very first time I did it, I looked up how to do it. I got a new starter for like $89, refurbished it, AutoZone, lifetime warranty. And I fucking got in there with some wrenches, and I took it out, put it in myself, and it started up the first time.
Damn, boy.
A year and a half later, it
Greg
goes
the
out
mechanic.
again. I take it in. First of all, it's warranted, so I got a fresh starter for free. I go into my car and I don't fucking look at YouTube. I take it off, put it in the same exact way I
Wham,
did.
bam.
Come
Wham,
on.
bam, thank you, man.
You're a real ass boy.
Could you get the starter off without taking other shit off? Do you have to take other?
No, I had
You
to
just
take
gotta
shit
do the
apart.
belt,
I had to
right?
take off the cruise control modulator. I had to take off my
Flux
air
capacitor.
filter. The flux
The
capacitor actually
flange,
is in the
there's
back.
a flange disc in there that's it's
Yeah.
a real pain in the ass.
It's a real cunt.
There's a serpentine
He
belt.
hadn't
tried
said
to
cunt
sting
yet on
me.
this podcast. I had to say it. Oh, me and Jordan's doing stand up at Dead Crow on Thursday.
Yeah, my brother
I
used
would-
to go do
What
that.
time are y'all doing that?
We don't know.
Class?
We don't know yet. We're just gonna go.
It's a late night thing, right?
We don't know. We're
Like,
just gonna
Let me
show
know
up.
because I
Yeah,
have class from
it's-
6 to 9, but I'll be down.
My brother's been a couple times and done it.
Yeah.
Tough crowd.
But yeah, how's the
Yeah.
crowd?
I don't
gives
know.
a
I went one time and it was weird because like not drinking, everybody's like drinking beer and shit, and I'm like, I'll have the Oreo balls. and you gotta be like,
Damn, they got Oreo balls in that
but the
motherfucker.
fried ones. But then the lady comes out, and you know how people are weird if you're not drinking.
Yeah.
And you like, I mean, like, yo, I'm still gonna tip you, like, you know what I'm saying? You filling up my water, you
I
filling
got
up
a
my
joke
free
for you,
water.
Jordan. You can
But
go
I'll
in there and be
tip you.
like, anybody
Yeah.
out there got the Oreo balls? I heard about them, but I haven't had them yet. Be like, any ladies out there want any Jordan balls? I got those for you too. Just kidding. I have
Jordan.
other girlfriends.
Dude, what
Jordan's
if,
gonna be
what if I
Is my
fuck,
mic on?
yeah, what if I get fucking what if we bomb and just
We're
get
gonna fight
laid out with
everybody in there,
fucking
dude.
100 Oreo balls?
Oh,
They
just catching
start
them with my
Oh.
mouth.
They
dog.
start pelting us with fucking Oreo
I'm
balls.
eating those motherfuckers.
Dude, in all seriousness, I don't think we're gonna do bad.
We're gonna have fun.
I want
Even
you to
if
get
they're
extra
fucked.
vulgar. You're the funniest when you get really vulgar.
Yeah.
When you get up there, I'm just gonna scream out, "Suck his dick!
Yeah.
Suck his asshole!
Fist his ass. I'm just gonna start yelling out fucking.
Yell out gay shit like you got a fucking. What's that shit where you yell out cuss words?
I'm gonna be like, dude, I just went into the fucking
That
men's bathroom to take
disorder.
a piss, and some guy fucking walked in and
Tourette's.
gave me a reach around.
And he didn't spit on his hand first.
What an
asshole. Just mashing it.
I had no idea there was a glory hole in that bathroom. You guys been back there?
And then I'm gonna get on stage after you, and I'm gonna be like, I'm the guy that's in the glory hole. Nice to meet
They
y'all.
let me out for the night.
Get this semen off my face. Oh, dude. So I was at Cookout. Listen to this shit. I was at Cookout, and I had a milkshake sitting in my console. This was back when I was a fat fuck. I had a milkshake sitting in my console from the last time I went to Cookout, which was probably 2 days before that.
Ooh.
So I go to Cookout, and I need a spot for the new milkshake. So I'm like, all right, got to get rid of this old milkshake somehow. I'm at the drive-through window, and I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do with this fucking milkshake? So I get my food, and I pull up a little bit, and this kid's standing by the trash can right there. So I hand him the milkshake, and he's like, here, you want me to throw this out for you? I was like, yeah. It was sticky and shit on the outside, and I'm like, yeah, be careful. It's full of semen. And then I pull it off real slow and just looked at him like that. Dude, you should have seen that motherfucker's face, bro. He
Oh
was
my
so offended, bro. You're a good sport, kid.
Here's my cup of semen.
Full of semen.
This has been building for the last year.
Dude, I've been saving up stouting. What do they call it when you stout?
Stockpile?
It's been stockpiling my semen in
It's
this
fucking fermented.
fermented.
Oh,
You drink.
yeah, is that real?
Dude, you remember? You remember when they drank?
that real?
Do you remember when that did turn real after you asked, was it real? Yo, remember when they drank the horse semen on Jackass?
That
dude?
was top 10 most disturbing things in
Dude,
my
I
life.
almost threw up watching it, dude. I couldn't watch it. It was disgusting.
They really did a lot of shit that I couldn't watch on there, dude.
Oh yeah, if that movie came out today,
Done.
Oh
That's
my
what I'm.
God.
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
make it.
It'd be fucking banned.
When's it gonna turn around in society? When's it gonna?
When we
people-
can just do
I
whatever
feel like
the
they
fuck
could
we
still make
want.
that movie. People would trip about it, but they could make the
I
fuck
mean,
out of that.
yeah,
I feel like people are gonna trip about what me and Jordan say at that fucking comedy.
People
club.
are too fucking sensitive. That's really what
Yeah, but,
it
like,
comes
it's-
down to. Everybody gets
You
offended.
know what it is
But
people
not
taking
everybody
shit
is.
personally that ain't about them.
Exactly.
Let people be. You can be how you want to be. I'm gonna be how I want to be, but don't try and tell me how I should be.
Yeah, people
It's
just.
not
But
fair.
I think
It's
people get it
judgmental.
mixed up because if you go on social media, somebody's real outspoken and will speak on some shit. You get them face to face and they won't say a fucking word because everybody's
Yeah.
got a fucking opinion on social media,
It's
but
true.
won't say a fucking word to your face about it in person. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit where everybody thinks everybody's so sensitive just because everybody's got a fucking voice now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But most people won't say a fucking word
Yeah.
Yeah,
in your
person.
face. Yeah.
Bunch of keyboard.
And I hate that. I'm like, if you feel some type of way, like, if you feel this way on Facebook, feel this way in person. You know what
Dude,
I mean?
it's like when you're driving your car and motherfuckers think they can say whatever they want out of their fucking car window.
Right, because they're going to
Same
drive
shit.
off.
You're in your little glass fucking bubble and you think you
Yeah.
can say whatever you
Yeah.
want. It's even worse though because you're like in a totally different location geographically. So you're like, this dude can't get to me.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I'm gonna just tell him to suck my dick. But it's something that you would never say if you were walking down the
Yeah, yeah,
sidewalk. and you
absolutely.
saw, like 99% of motherfuckers that yell shit out their car window at me would not say that shit if we were walking down the sidewalk. And
Arnold
I'm not even an
Schwarzenegger
intimidating
back-
looking motherfucker. But I'm also not gonna listen to that shit.
Well, I can tell
back
you,
in
me
the
and
day,
Jordan are
I
some
bet Arnold
sidewalk cracking
Schwarzenegger straight up punked some dudes, like straight up.
What'd you say?
I said back in the day, I bet Arnold Schwarzenegger straight up punked a
I
bunch
bet
of
he
dudes.
didn't
like-
have to.
Well, no, he probably didn't have to.
Oh,
but
yeah,
if he
I bet
did,
People looked at him
he
and they
could
were
say
like,
what he had
have
his
a good
own
day,
bubble.
sir.
Yeah.
You can walk up and slap your
Anyone-
girl's
somebody
ass, and
please
you just
help
like,
me?
thanks.
Excuse me,
Yo,
I'm going
Arnold
to have to
Schwarzenegger-
borrow your wife for the evening.
I want to come in her. I will come in your wife. I like to come. Every time I curl, I feel like I am coming. Seen that documentary where he said
All that
that?
fucking kindergarten cop money laying around.
Dude, the documentary with him in it, and he's like smoking joints and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
And he's like, when I go on stage, I feel like I come. He's like,
Dude, he's
When I
like,
get a pump, I feel like I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm coming
coming.
at night. I'm coming at day. I'm coming all the time. Yeah.
My favorite one is where he's talking about smoking cigars. My favorite one is where he's talking about smoking cigars. He's going, yeah, I smoke the stogies. The wife doesn't like it, but my father-in-law gave me these, so I tell her, it is what it is. I do what I want.
What
I
a
smoke the
fucking
stogies,
man,
man.
dude.
Dude, you hear that
Straight
one?
up roasting
I
cigars.
fucked my maid.
Dude, that one guy that asked him, it's in the Pump and Iron. Some dude asked him if he drank milk. And he's like, no, I don't drink milk.
Milk is for
Milk is for babies. When you get old, you're supposed to drink beer.
Holy shit, yeah.
What a bad mother. Can you believe he's a governor, dude?
Hell yeah, he can do whatever the fuck he wants, bro.
Crazy, dude. He
Yeah.
really
he's
can.
retired now, I think.
He's like Austrian, right?
Yeah.
yeah, he's a.
He came over here from another country.
He had
Yeah.
nothing when he
became
got
the
here.
biggest movie star ever, and then became the governor of
Married a
California.
fucking Kennedy, bro.
Married
Did he?
a Kennedy and fucked
Yeah,
his
married
maid.
a fuck, bro. This
He fucked his
motherfucker,
maid?
Fucked his maid.
dude. His whole life has been nothing but fucking that. You know how many fucking tries it would take me to do even like fucking half the shit?
like life tries, you mean?
Yeah.
Like being reborn.
How many fucking
lot.
lifetimes would it take
A
you to
lot.
fucking come over from a different country, fucking for weight? I lift weights. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? This guy got famous for lifting weights. No, I'm not done there. I'm going
Perfect
to be
genetics.
I'm going to be movie star.
He's a genetic freak,
Dude,
man.
he's a
Genetic
fucking.
freak.
monster.
It's
Dude.
also you
So
have
is The
to.
Rock.
He's the goat, bro. Schwarzenegger's the goat of power.
Dude, he had the best physique, hands fucking
Oh,
down,
yeah.
bro. Best fucking.
Dude, you know what it
physique.
was too? Because back then there was no cheating, bro. You know that dude was just lifting from sun up to sundown.
No,
just
they
eating
were-
a
they were
fuckload
juicing.
of
They were
eggs.
running.
Oh, were they?
fucking
They're
gear.
running
Yeah.
OG steroids.
See, but this is
Shit.
before they had all the crazy shit. They were
Pure
just doing
gear.
fucking
All right, well
tests
then
and
what if we
b-ball and-
go back even further? What about like 1950s like strongmen that were just fucking bare knuckle beating the shit out of each other, shaved
each
head
other
with
in
a
their
fucking
ass.
mustache.
Well,
What?
They used to do like feats
said
of
that?
What'd you
feats
say,
of
Jordan?
man. Like,
whenever the fucking because the Germans, Adolf Butenhall or whatever the fuck his name was, he was a German doctor. He pioneered, like he was the pioneer on making fucking testosterone. So when them Germans started fucking taking all them gold
the
medals,
fucking Germans.
they started taking all the gold medals, bro. All the Olympics,
Yeah.
they started swiping, and people were like, "What the fuck?" And
Yeah, the
came to-
Germans are on this special
prototype
specimen,
And then it came to the surface, bro. These motherfuckers were running. They were running shit that makes your fucking head grow. And they-
HGH.
Fucking
Protein boss.
bro, can you imagine Hitler, bro? This
Dude,
dude,
he was on fucking crystal
meth,
dude.
crystal meth, shooting fucking tests.
He had a
No wonder
guy
he
that was just
fucking-
shooting him up all day.
That was actually at the
With
end. I
fucking
think. I don't think
drugs,
it was
dude.
like
That was
the whole
whenever he
time.
started making bad
Bro,
decisions.
no wonder he thought he
Yo,
could do
you
all
know
this
what,
shit.
though?
He felt like a goo. He
No,
felt
no, I'm
like
talking
a
about he was
fucking
winning the war
goo.
though.
Bro, the Blitzkrieg soldiers were being given amphetamines. That's what was making them so fucking gnarly.
Dude.
They were hitting people with tanks and fucking planes on amphetamines, moving like 18 miles a night, like pressing through Europe. Just skied out of
Dude,
their
what it-
fucking mind.
Dude,
shooting
remember he had
fucking tanks and
the group that went out at night. What did he call them?
the Waffen SS.
They like
the
the,
Waffen.
like the werewolves or something.
Oh wait, what?
Something like that. The fucking
The
But dude, they basically were just these.
Eisengruppen.
They were basically this group that fucking went out at night, fucking loaded to the gills on meth, dude, and they just went out and fucking like killed people and shit. Something along them fucking lines.
Yeah, das Maschinen ist not vergurgen, poken ist Fingerschnappen, yeah.
He's speaking, dude, my nuts are sweating.
Dude, I got swamp dick.
Yeah, I got a little butt sweat going on. It's
Yeah,
hot in
dude,
here.
Dude, I
Goes
wanna
to
say
us
one more
Waffen,
thing
yeah.
that I want to talk about. Have you ever seen Hunting Hitler on the History Channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit.
About him being in South America. There's a whole dude. I was watching the guy talk about it on Rogan, and he was saying that there's a whole tribe, a whole community
Tim
of
Kennedy.
people.
Tim
Tim
Kennedy,
from Germany.
bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
He's the
Basically,
one that runs that
Germans that came over after the war, so they must be the descendants of the the criminals from the Nazi party.
Yeah,
you know
they
what
were
I mean?
fleeing persecution after the fucking war.
And they only speak German in like where is that, Venezuela or some
Bunch
shit?
of war criminals.
Yeah.
Basically.
Fucking
Bro,
turncoats.
honestly, they did some. If you look up, not just like the Holocaust and the killing and the concentration camps, not just all the people that like were killed in the war, but they were actually doing genetic experiments on people they captured. Like they had no limitations. Their scientists were allowed to do whatever they wanted. They were in like fucking with people's brains, fucking with their
lobotomies and
muscles,
shit.
all kinds
so
of
fucked
shit.
up.
Yeah.
Mind
What was his
control, mind control.
Mengele. Is that him?
I don't fucking know. There's probably
Dr.
Dude, how crazy is that
Mengele.
hunting Hitler shit? Because they think he lived. They think he didn't kill
well, yeah,
himself.
because
and he
Russia was
fled
the
to
one that
South
actually
America.
closed in and found his dead body, but they never
Yeah.
released it. And Russia at the time was the kind of proud country they still are. They wouldn't, if he
fucked
got
up, they'd
away,
never
they
admit
wouldn't. They wouldn't
No.
fucking let that fly. They'd fabricate some shit.
Dude, and even if he fucking did live, like he's dead. He's got to be fucking dead now.
He's dead now, but what
You ever
they're
see
saying
the
is that
Call of Duty Nazi Zombies? He might still be out there.
he
somewhere.
got away scot-free, dude. There's like shit ton of evidence to support that he fled to South America.
You think that he got? You
the
think?
first skull they found, they said was Hitler, was a woman.
Yo,
The first suicide that they found and said this is Hitler's body
was
a
a woman.
fucking woman. The Russians lied about it.
So you think he fucking?
I think he fled to South America and he fucking lived there until he died.
You think he's at the Bermuda Triangle with Tupac?
Fuck no, dude. Tupac would not fuck with Hitler, bro.
I think he would.
No,
I think.
Yo,
what if
no,
he want?
sir.
Think about it.
No,
Tupac
sir.
was all about healing. What if he wanted? What if he was like, here, hit this, you crazy fuck, and he got fucking Hitler.
God,
Tupac
dude.
believes in second chances,
Hitler's
changes,
such
bro.
a
We got to make
terrible
changes.
person,
So he
dude.
gave fucking Hitler that joint of
What if he
death.
was psychologically
That shit that
unstable
fucking
and he
killed-
later repented about it though?
Yeah, what if he got, dude? What if he got
Think
Hitler
about the fucked
fucking
up shit we've
stoned
done.
on a 200 milligram edible, and he started? I almost did the Arnold voice. for
Yeah, I
Hitler.
heard that.
Hey, what if he got him stoned to the gills and he started repenting? I shouldn't have killed Jews. I can't do the German shit. I shouldn't have killed Jews.
Yo, but what's crazy
That's
is like to
using
think
his
that
nuts.
somebody
That's terrible.
as fucked up as the shit he did was, to think that somebody had that much influence to be able to get into power.
He was a genius.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, he was a fucking genius of being able to manipulate people and get them. Because at first, he didn't start with let's kill all the Jews. He started small
Yeah.
and gradually built to that. But, like, to be able to manipulate people, they voted him in.
It
You know what I'm
started
saying?
with Germany's defeat in World War One. Afterwards, no one helped that country out. They were the country was
Outcasts.
destroyed, and they had no money. I mean, people were starving, and he basically came through and was like in political power in a small party, and he was like, I can help. And he was a socialist, and like he appealed to the masses, and like. I mean, yeah. Like
It
you
might
said,
have
he
had a
was
lot to do with the
genius.
times. They were all fucking broke, or they were
He
trying
was
to
just
find an
They
fucking
needed someone, and it was
crazy.
him. And then he ended up being,
Yeah, he
a
was,
psychopath.
he was fucking crazy, but he was smart as fuck, dude. He had the Jews turning on them fucking cells, bro. All that propaganda that he fucking invented propaganda. He had these motherfuckers convinced. Next thing you know, it's too fucking late.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'm
That shit's
not- I
crazy.
mean, y'all
no,
have
we're,
to.
we're
No, yeah.
We've been talking. For
Greg
2
didn't
hours.
eat dinner after the gym.
We've been
He
talking.
just had a
Didn't have
bro? Where's your
time.
he
carbs?
just had a
Slam.
protein shake.
That's why you got to get powdered dextrose. It's like
Why
protein
won't you
powder,
give
but
me
it's
some?
carbs. I got
you're
some.
my
At,
friend,
yeah,
aren't you?
meal replacement.
You're my friend, right?
well, it's fast digesting. It's not really. You don't want to replace it.
Well,
with
here's
food.
the thing.
No,
though.
but you
you
can go
need-
for a supplement.
Yeah,
Check
you
this
need
out.
carbs immediately after a workout. It's essential.
I did
Come on.
take this big ass fucking 50-gram protein, fast and slow digesting proteins.
Casein.
Casein and the milk proteins, and it's got BCAA. So I'm not
Yeah.
doing too bad.
Wow.
I just don't have.
Greg needs to eat something.
Yeah,
y'all.
Greg-
He's like
Greg
7
needs a good
fucking
meal.
feet
Really, it's
tall.
my cat. I feel bad for my cat. I
Really, we
always
need
feed her at
cookout.
9. It's
What
9:30.
are you trying to do? Cookout or?
No,
Here,
no,
hold
I'm
this
trying
cup
to
of
go
semen.
home. I got chicken and pasta waiting on.
Oh, I was trying
Dude,
to
he
do cookout.
fucking- He's got that shit planned
I'm
out.
gonna fucking
doesn't he?
blow up so big. I'm gonna fucking crunch up Jared DeLeo like a goddamn pretzel.
Shots
Yeah,
fired.
Shots fired, yo, Jared DeLeo.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. So he ain't going to the gym no more, right? He's too busy working and all that. And I am going to the
He's
gym.
losing weight.
So I said, guess
Really?
what, buddy? There's going to be a fucking precipice that's crossed where you're not going and I'm going, and I'm going
He's
to
gonna
fucking
he's
flex
losing
you.
weight and
Like
Greg's
Jordan, you know how me
pushing
and you
out.
get fat.
I'm going to fold him like a
I'm
soft shell
assuming you
taco.
get
bro.
fat if you don't work out.
Yeah,
I get fat if I don't work
Yeah,
out.
if I don't work out and
But,
I
like,
eat the way I eat.
Jared and Greg are the type where if they don't work out, they start losing
They
weight.
shrink up like fucking dehydrated earthworms.
Yeah. I'd be 225 if I didn't work out.
Dude,
You ever
that's
see
how
an
I was
earthworm trying to crawl across hard asphalt?
Dude, that's how I was. That's how I was when I first got down here. I was like 215.
What do
but
you
I
weigh
had-
right now?
I'm like 210.
I'm 210 solid.
I
Yeah,
can
me
squat
too.
you.
Yeah,
Can't go up,
we're
can't
as
go down.
solid.
Y'all motherfuckers don't even look like you're 210, bro. Because I'm like 175.
But I'm like
Ooh, I
a
got you
I
on
don't
10
look-
pounds.
I'm
I don't
a
look
brick shit
210.
house though. Like
I don't
Yeah,
look
he
210.
He don't look 210 to me. Maybe.
I'm fucking gigantic.
I don't feel like
Well,
210. Though.
30% of his body mass is in his
believe
dome.
you, but I mean,
yeah, I got a lot of weight in my head.
I thought Cooper was 200
He's like
pounds.
at least
so that's
20
how
pounds.
Yeah.
far
Cooper's
off
like
I am.
220.
I'll
He's
take
like
that, Greg. I'm gonna
250.
let you fire
He's
that.
like 250.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, thank y'all for doing the podcast.
We're all
was
jacked.
that was
definitely-
a dope
fucking
ass
jacked.
Definitely
podcast,
my
dude.
pleasure. No thanks necessary.
Dude, I love it. I love the way this podcast went, dude. It was fucking.
It was a
Convict's
nice
still
evolution.
fucking
You know what it
pumping
is?
strong.
You know what it is? We all had
You.
our creative juices flowing and flowing in and out of each other.
We're
Just
all loaded with
juices.
supplements and fucking blood
Semen
and
organs.
Yeah, I took
Semen.
pre earlier
Yeah,
before.
dude, my
I
fucking-
worked
We're all
out.
on that. We're all on the convict.
Bro, I've been clenching
No,
my
I don't
jaw
want
for an hour,
that.
bro. My jaw is so sore for you.
I've been holding in a fucking shit for the past 45 fucking minutes.
Looking at that lava lamp make you have to shit.
Prairie dog.
It's like a tapered turd, bro.
It looks like just the tip.
Thank y'all for listening to Hunt for Greatness podcast. We're all fucking geniuses and we're out.
And we're jacked.